Chapter 31 Soaring Strength. The choice of the third generation is to sacrifice them and suppress the coming war. Hyuga Hiyoshi was expressionless. This is the helplessness of being in a high place but lacking in strength. He believes that if Konoha village is strong enough, if the legendary Sannin is still there, if White Fang is still there, Sarutobi Hiruzen will definitely fight back without hesitation. But no, if I were in the position of Hokage, I would do the same. But it is undeniable that doing so will hurt their Hyuga clan, and it will inevitably make people sad. Brother, I will sign. Hyuga Hisashi smiled. God of contract, so terrifying. He's already done all of this, and he's just waiting here. I'm the branch house, and I made sacrifices just to protect the clan. After a pause, he continued, the God of contract is still kind, but he just took away my abilities, and I can still be like an ordinary person. That's fine, I'll just stay at home and teach Neji. Hyuga Hiyoshi, don't say anything about you coming. You are the clan and the patriarch, you can't sacrifice. Actually, it's good to be an ordinary person. Picking up the pen on the table, he signed his name with ease. 8 tilde the contract takes effect. When Hyuga Hisashi signed his name, the cold handwriting emerged, and then Hyuga Hisashi felt a terrifying coercion sweeping over. Power is passing, bloodlines, ninjutsu, etc., all disappeared. Baiyan, I can't open it anymore, and my strength is gone. Hyuga Hisashi took a breath. It's still possible to practice again, but it may be difficult to achieve the current strength. Don't you even have the experience of practicing in the past few years? Hyuga Hiyoshi was shocked. It's so scary. Yes, all the memories are blurred, like the moon in the water, the flowers in the mirror. Advertisement. Ad horrible. Hyuga Hisashi said something in a deep voice, and then smiled. Isn't this very good? It doesn't matter if everyone gets what they want to. Hyuga Hisashi nodded when he heard the words. At least he was still there. As long as he was there, could Hyuga Hisashi still be able to suffer? Just this corpse. Looking at the dead body that was exactly like his own, Hyuga Hisashi was speechless. Standing here and looking at his own corpse, he felt somewhat strange. You should hide for a few days first, and wait until the turmoil of this matter passes. That's natural. Then I'll take the corpse with me. How nice. Hyuga Hiyoshi made Hyuga Hisashi, and then called someone in, and was carried to Hokage's office with a sad look. I won't go by myself. In Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hiruzen, who had just returned not long ago, stared blankly at the corpse in front of him, and he recognized it at a glance. It was the corpse of Hyuga Hisashi. But are you so quick? I just came back not long ago. Our family had said, the body is given to you. You can do whatever you want. The visitor said something coldly, and then walked away. He also hates. For a village that cannot protect its own villagers and asks them to exchange their losses with corpses, it is somewhat unjustifiable. Perhaps, they would do the same in Hokage's place. But that's just maybe. Anyway, now they feel disgusted when they see these people. When there is no other way, can only endure. Sarutobi Hiruzen and others are embarrassed. This is indeed not authentic, but they have no other choice. Is it really going to be carried out? At that time, more people will die, and maybe the whole Konoha village will be taken in, and the gain outweighs the loss. Advertisement. On the contrary, the situation is now considered good. As for the dissatisfaction of the Hyuga family or the grief of the rabbits and foxes of others, I will talk about it later. I believe they will understand. This is the best way. At the same time, in Naruto's home, everything about Hyuga Hiyoshi was quietly integrated into Naruto's body through the Godhead as a channel. Without changing everything about itself, the energy blends in silently. The end is extremely terrifying. A white stream of light flashed in his eyes, and it disappeared in a flash. I saw. As soon as Naruto thought, he had a white-eyed perspective, clearly seeing far away, 360 degrees, only one corner could not be seen. This is the limitation of caged bird. But it doesn't matter, I don't roll my eyes, I just need to think about it. Who knows? This is also a whole card. At the same time, a string of memories emerged out of thin air. That was him in the sun, in the torrential rain, in the howling wind. He was practicing gentle fist, practicing 8 trigrams palms and other Hyuga's ninjutsu techniques. Years go by, a few years in a blink of an eye. These abilities seem to be engraved in the genes, very proficient. He strode forward casually, without applying chakra, and waved a few palms. In line with his terrifying physique, Naruto felt that the average Chunin might not necessarily be his opponent. Next moment, another stream of pure chakra poured in, silently blending into the tailed beast chakra in his body. With this pure energy, the chakra energy in the body skyrocketed. Advertisement incredible. Naruto was speechless, looking excited. This wave, blood earned. Your move. Nine Tails was shocked. It seems to belong to Hyuga's family. How could you? Secret. Depend on. Nine Tails almost vomited blood, and at the same time his heart shook. This Uzumaki Naruto is full of mysteries. Just like now, his chakra has skyrocketed. Wrong. Nine Tails suddenly found out in horror that the chakra in this person's body was somewhat similar to his own, but also a little different. The most frightening thing was that he actually existed in Naruto's body for a long time, wandering through the meridians, constantly strengthening Naruto's meridians. What's the situation? Nine Tails didn't pay attention to this place before, so he didn't care, but what Naruto did today completely collapsed his entire worldview. Is this what chakra looks like? This unscientific. What's up with you, chakra? Oh, I do not know. Nine Tails. With such a perfunctory expression, you think I'm stupid. But it also knew that the ninja was attacking the intelligence station, and it was necessary to hide his ability, so he didn't ask. But he feels that the future Naruto must be a superpower because he must be related to the god of contract. In addition to some details exposed in the past few days, Nine Tails found out with horror, maybe this guy grows up to be a Senju Hashirama again. Then I can't escape in this life. Nine Tails realized it later, and the whole tail life was depressed. Chapter 32 Let's go, fight! You can count those who are about to die. For example, Uchiha Shizui. Distinguished heavenly gods. Naruto's eyes sparkled. He thought silently, but he could give it a try. If the abilities of the two eyes merge, it is not known what will happen. It's still another day. Naruto thought for a while. Now this time is not suitable for celebrating. Let's just do our own thing. Putting on the barrel and holding the fishing rod, Naruto is ready to go fishing. Actually, it's not bad to come to this world. At least this kind of leisurely life can be very long, instead of running around for life every day as before. Naruto whispered, and came to the river with the fishing rod on his shoulder. This is a big river flowing through Konoha village. It is relatively flat, so the river looks clear. But there is a big waterfall not far away. The river there is fast and deafening. But many ninjas go there to train. Those ninjas who have been doing missions for several years and have good strength will go there if they think about going further. Naruto in the original book has also been there. No matter which world, it seems that waterfalls are a good place to practice. With a mutter, Naruto smiled, hooked up the bait and started fishing. Then the whole person lay on the lawn with a piece of grass in his mouth, quietly enjoying life. Everyone likes a stress-free life. Naruto is no exception. It's just that the money is a little less, so we need to make more money. He didn't expect that in his new life, he would have to worry about money, but he didn't care. Money, as long as I become a ninja in a few years and do tasks. Advertisement. Ad. So he is very calm. Here comes the fish. Nine Tails reminded him suddenly. Naruto was taken aback, and pulled up the fishing rod. A small fish kept flapping in the air. Ha ha ha. So small. Release. Naruto dropped it casually and threw it away. The man fishing is Uzumaki Naruto. Uchiha Itachi said lightly, it's really relaxed and freehand, and I haven't been affected by those people in the village at all. Yes, this state of mind is really admirable. Shizui smiled. Why don't you go and have a look? No, I'm going to see my brother. Sasuke, I remember being the same age as Naruto, but you're a Brokon through and through. As long as you don't do the task, the first thing you think of is to see Sasuke. He couldn't understand. Is this so pretty, brother? Isn't it something that you can see every day? Anyway, he can't understand it. I'm leaving first. You can go and have a look. Itachi waved his hands, turned and left with a ninja sword on his back, with a smile on his lips. What are you teaching Sasuke to practice today? The shuriken is ready. Shizui. Looking at Naruto who was having fun, Shizui hesitated for a while, but still didn't go forward. The key point is that I don't know what to say. The age difference between the two of them is too great, and they have no common language. Could it be that they went up and kept silent? Disgusting smell. Advertisement. Ad. Nine Tails suddenly said, under a big tree not far to the east, the smell disgusts me very much. Apostrophe. Hateful breath. Naruto turned his head and looked over, just in time to see Shizui looking at this side quietly, and saw himself smiling when he looked over. Uchiha Shizui. Naruto's eyes lit up. This is a potential stock. We'll have to try next time and see if I can get Uchiha Shizui to sign his name too. Thinking of this, he glanced at Uchiha Shizui again, then dropped the fishing rod again, put his hands on the back of his head, closed his eyes, and continued to study the godhead. Hey kid, why are you asleep? I don't know how long it has passed, but I heard Nine Tails call in a daze, opened my eyes, and Naruto was shocked. Where is my fishing rod? Apostrophe. He. Nine Tails was speechless. This person can fall asleep here, and he is not afraid of being caught. Naruto shook his head, It was indeed too relaxed. Forget it, it's just a fishing rod, nothing more. Reluctantly carrying the wooden bucket, he walked towards the house. He had a plan for the night, and it would be good if he got a good night's sleep. At least he would be much more energetic at night. As night falls, the lights come on. The Konoha village under the lights is extraordinarily peaceful. Looking down from the window, people in twos and threes are talking and laughing, shopping, and there are many interactions between couples. My God, I'm still young, and I still eat dog food. Naruto held his forehead, speechless. People are small and turtles are big, but unfortunately, there is no softness or hardness. Watching this harmonious scene quietly, Naruto's heart also calmed down. With a thought, the ability of Byakugan is quietly opened. It can be seen that there are humanoid chakra flowing in many places. Among them, there are 2 places that are motionless and are also facing this side. Maybe this is Anbu and Root. Chakra is a lot. Advertisement. At the corner of Naruto's mouth curled up, revealing a slight smile. It's just a good time to experiment with the ability I've acquired recently. Apostrophe. Also experiment with what stage my current strength is roughly at. However, the figure is a blemish. Snapped. Close the windows and draw the curtains. Nine Tails was surprised. Going to bed so soon? Apostrophe. Then he knew that he was thinking too much. This person didn't look like he was going to sleep at all, and he saw Naruto take out a pair of shoes from the shoe cabinet. The appearance is very ordinary, but when Naruto puts it on, he feels a lot taller. Then it saw Naruto pull out a wig from a drawer of the wardrobe and put it on. It was black and looked like a different person. That's not all. Naruto took out another mask and wiped it on his face. The whole person changed directly. If it hadn't seen it with its own eyes, it would never have thought that the person in front of it would be Uzumaki Naruto. You, what do you want to do? Fight. Naruto grinned, walked to a corner, and drew a ninja sword. Then sit cross-legged on the bed and read a book, quietly waiting for the arrival of midnight. Time passed by every minute and every second. Midnight came quietly. Arrived. Naruto narrowed his eyes, and put the book on the bedside table casually. His whole body suddenly shattered and disappeared into the room. FK, Space Ninjutsu, no. What is this? When Naruto appeared outside the house, Nine Tails yelled, his face full of disbelief. Without using ninjutsu, it just appeared on the big tree outside so abruptly. This terrible space ability, is it some kind of blood succession limit? Nine Tails suddenly fell silent. Namake's Minato's flying thunder god is so slippery. Isn't he from an ordinary family, and also from a blood boundary family? Think about horror! Chapter 33, a crazy trial, but think about it, it seems to make sense. Otherwise, why is Namake's Minato so strong? It is the only ninja who is said by other ninja villages to give up the mission directly without punishment. Maybe his attack is not the strongest, but his speed and his elusiveness are indeed the peak. No one can touch him, but he can touch you. In addition to his cage-level strength, even if the attack power is not the strongest, it is enough to be hit. It is also very suitable for Ninja World. It's so deeply hidden. Nine Tails sighed, and then looked at Naruto curiously, not knowing exactly what the fight he was talking about, and who he was fighting with. Even if Naruto has the limit of blood inheritance in space, but he is only 5 years old. Do you want to go to heaven? Impossible. How could it be possible to become very strong without someone teaching it? At best, Genin is the best. Rush. Naruto step out. Body flicker technique. There is no need for a mudra at all, because the energy in the body flows naturally. Have you ever seen a tailed beast mudra? So, he is a human tailed beast. A blink of an eye appeared in front of a ninja. Scared. Who? The ninja was dozing off, when suddenly a figure appeared in front of him. He was startled immediately. He subconsciously clenched his kunai stab and passed. Snapped. The figure is broken. It is a clone. Clone technique. The Anbu member's expression was serious, and the wind picked up from behind, and a finger came over silently, and tapped on himself. What? Advertisement. Add body replacement technique. Looking at the wood in front of him, Naruto was surprised. It's so fast, I didn't even feel it. Sure enough, only actual combat can gradually develop one's own abilities. Working behind closed doors is a bad idea. With strength, it is natural to have combat experience, otherwise even a powerful ninja would kneel. Naruto knows this well. So he came. Who are you? Anbu ninja looked serious. The person in front of him was very short, like a 10-year-old child, but that silently appeared in front of him just now, and the timing of the clone technique was very precise. Me? I came to find someone to fight. Naruto smiled lowly, and stepped forward with a single step, his whole body wandering. In Anbu's eyes, Naruto seemed to have disappeared suddenly. Not good. Space ninjutsu. Good eyesight. A knife cut from top to bottom. Clang. Just as the Anbu members were about to make a move, Naruto in front of him disappeared again. His face is ugly. Who is this person? Not far away, Genbu Ninja watched this scene quietly, ready to support at any time, and at the same time, his eyes were also looking at Naruto's house intentionally or unintentionally. An inexplicable ninja appeared this big night. The high probability is directed at Uzumaki Naruto. At the request of Danzo, his highest order is to be optimistic about Naruto, and it is the same for Anbu members. So they won't make a move. Instead they have to look carefully. Good chance. A strange gleam flashed in Naruto's eyes, and another hand slapped on the Anbu member. At the moment of contact, the Anbu member wanted to use the body replacement technique to leave, but his expression froze and chakra was cut off. Aku points. I rely on it. Advertisement. The pupils of the Anbu member suddenly shrank, and the whole body fell backwards. Naruto took advantage of the situation and slashed down. Anbu members looked desperate. Careless. Who would have thought that it wasn't the ninja of the Hyuga family who would still tap acupuncture points, directly defeating him, even to death? Not good. On the other side, the members of the Roots suddenly shrank their pupils when they saw this scene, and their scalps went numb. This failed so well. This person is also a special JA Ringnin anyway, and his strength is not bad. When the knife was about to chop the Anbu member, Naruto's figure disappeared again. This time he did not appear. Anbu member. Route member, apostrophe. The two looked at a loss. What is the situation? The fight between the two did not involve powerful ninjutsu, so few people noticed, but someone went to inform Sarutobi Hiruzen anyway. Sarutobi Hiruzen, apostrophe. It's an eventful year. Not long after what happened in Cloud Shinobi Village, another person came who wanted to capture Naruto, etc. Could it be that this person is also from Cloud Shinobi Village? Sarutobi Hiruzen deeply suspected that these things were all plots planned by the damned Raikage. Hey, this old silver coin. Sarutobi Hiruzen almost cursed, took a deep breath on his cigarette, and got up directly to go to Naruto's place. At this time, Naruto was putting things back in place. Nine Tails. How do you know how to tap acupuncture points? Nine Tails is really numb. It's alright if it's the boundary of space blood succession. How can he even know how to tap acupuncture points now? Advertisement. This is not just by pressing the acupoints, it needs the cooperation of white eyes, seeing the flowing chakra, and then performing this technique. Generally in the gentle fist method, and the clone technique is not used. Are you sure this is a 5-year-old who has never been on a battlefield? Bugs button. Not long after, there was a knock on the door, and when I opened it, it was Sarutobi Hiruzen. Naruto, are you okay? Sarutobi Hiruzen looked Naruto up and down, and couldn't help but heave a sigh of relief after finding that there was nothing wrong with Naruto. Nothing can happen to Naruto. Damn Cloud Shinobi Village ninja, Raikage, you wait for me. I remember this grudge. It's okay, I'm going to bed now. Naruto yawned, and asked curiously, old man, third generation, what's the matter with you coming so late? No, just to see how you are doing. Sarutobi Hiruzen glanced at Naruto's room. It was very well tidied up, very clean. Children like this, especially boys, usually have a messy house, but Naruto is different. The whole house is cleaned very clean by him, and the location of things is also very pleasing to the eye. This is a very good kid. Sarutobi Hiruzen heaved a sigh of relief and left with a smile on his face. He is very concerned about you. He came here just after the accident. Mostly for you. Nine Tails. Nine Tails was silent. Since the death of Senju Hashirama, Jinchuriki has been the basis for measuring the strength of a village. It's like a nuclear weapon, for deterrence. When we really start fighting, if you don't make me feel better, I won't make you feel better. The appearance of the tailed beast has a certain effect on curbing the outbreak of war. No one wants to meet a lunatic to break the seal. But if they really want to fight, they are not afraid. Chapter 34 Shizui, I stopped playing. Well, you're a pervert. Nine Tails said sincerely, it's still the pervert of pervert. The Uzumaki family ... A bovine body. It is suspected to be the boundary of blood inheritance in space. In addition to the ability of acupuncture points, if you really want to fight, there are really few people who can benefit from it, and he has not forgotten that the defensive ability of Hyuga's family is also a must. It has not forgotten that Naruto's physique is also very strong. Except for the illusion, everything else is very strong. Combined, the future achievements are limitless. There's still a long way to go. Naruto pondered. Carefully comprehend the battle at that moment just now. How should I put it? It seems that I won, but it was by surprise. But in fact, I have a high probability of winning in a real confrontation, but it will not be so easy. Perhaps, I am between J.A. Ringnin and Charnin, and my strength is close to that of J.A. Ringnin. Naruto Akari, have a clear understanding of your own strength. The main reason is that there is less chakra, and the speed will be slower if you add refined chakra. There is no rush for this matter. A lot of training will be fine. A little effort can make up for this deficiency. Continue to find someone to fight tomorrow. Seeing this, Ninetales shook her head. Meeting such a person, it must be considered unlucky for those people, and she would have to be scared at night, for fear that someone would come to her door. I also saw a ghost. Night. In a daze, Naruto seemed to sense something and woke up suddenly. It's a Godhead. Advertisement. That dazed voice came from Godhead. As soon as he thought about it, he finally knew why it happened. This voice has always existed, and it is the spiritual voice of those who hope to meet the god of the contract praying, and it is transmitted to their hearts through the medium of the Godhead. It's just because my previous strength was too weak, I couldn't perceive it at all. Nowadays, with these energies of Hyuga Hisashi, he can already hear some voices indistinctly. Uchiha Shizui? Naruto Mingwu. This voice turned out to be the voice of the soul from Uchiha Shizui. Listen carefully. God of the contract, how can we resolve the conflict between the family and the village, and peacefully erase the gap without hurting the two sides too much? Among the Uchiha family, Uchiha Shizui stood by the window of his house, quietly watching the bright moonlight. However, his eyes have no focus, and his heart is confused. He has tried very hard to balance the relationship between the two, but with little success. It has intensified instead. Even third generation is ambiguous about this matter. Danzo, needless to say, sometimes there is a feeling that this Danzo wants them to rebel. However, how is this possible? The same people in the village, shouldn't they all want to make the village better? Even if not, Uchiha's rebellion is not a good thing for him. It should be my illusion. Suddenly, he thought of the god of contract. If it was him, there should be a better way. But how difficult it is to meet the god of contract. He has only encountered it once in such a long time, and that time was still an inexplicable problem. It seems that his appearance will ask some strange questions. Very rarely otherwise. Advertisement. This god of contract likes to ask questions. Maybe I like being a teacher. Shizui silently prayed for good luck and met the god of contract once. A solution for the village and the Uchiha clan? Naruto thought, then smiled. It's not just right. It was already the second day now, and it happened to be possible to make a contract. Thinking of this, Naruto had a thought, and a piece of paper disappeared from the table lightly. A white light flashed across the melancholy Shizui's eyes, and a piece of paper floated towards him. Shizui's pupils shrank suddenly, and he was overjoyed. Could it be that the god of contract heard my prayer? Grabbing the paper that was floating down, I looked down. A-1 paper contractor. Sign your name. Let's have a game. Equivalent exchange. Children are not deceived. A-, you can ask questions, and I can answer them. A-, no guarantee of good or bad. If you agree to sign your name, copy the instantaneous technique. A-, seeing this, Uchiha Shizui thought for a moment, and wrote his name directly. The credit to the god of contract has spread, and he is not afraid of the god of contract breaking the contract, but it is a bit of a headache not to guarantee good or bad. But it doesn't matter, it's not extraction, but copying. It's like giving away for nothing. Yes, since I have nothing to lose, it is a free gift. The god of the contract. What a god. As soon as I thought about it, he came. The moment Shizui just signed his name, under the white paper, an answer loomed, and a faint light flashed. Change your Hokage. A-, Uchiha Shizui, apostrophe, Gan. This answer, simple and rude, hit his heart. Advertisement. Indeed, now this third generation is no longer suitable for Hokage, and it has no ninja style at all. Maybe it's old, maybe it's something else, but it really doesn't have the demeanor of shinobi before. Back then, Sarutobi Hiruzen was able to be Hokage because of his charismatic personality. And now, from Shizui's point of view, this is a bad old man. If the fourth generation is dead, will others not be able to use it? Even Kakashi is not bad, and Jitsunade outside is fine too. Even Shendu in the contract said to change to a Hokage. Shizui's calm heart was suddenly ready to move. Maybe, it seemed, maybe ... it's okay. Both Danzo and third generation are old silver coins, so it's no problem to change to one that is more friendly to Uchiha. Kakashi is pretty good. No, I have to look for it. Shizui touched his eyes, the strange pattern flashed away, and the scarlet light disappeared in a flash. A deep voice echoed in the night, distinguished heavenly gods, with my full strength, I should be able to change the will of third Hokage, change his will, and pass it on to others. Oh, Danzo, third generation, wait for me to flip the table. I don't play anymore, I have a showdown. I want ... for Hokage. Shizui screamed inwardly. For this, Naruto didn't know. He was experimenting with body flicker technique in the room at the moment. Too awesome. As expected of the person who is known as Shizui, the body flicker technique in this hand is a mess, and the speed is unbelievable. You don't sleep at night. What are you doing? Puff. A sip of water spewed out. Ninetales was dumbfounded. Chapter 35 Naruto's thoughts. How can you jump up and down at home so well? Are you not sick? Ninetales admits that this body flicker technique is so fast it can't even see clearly. But you don't sleep most of the night. What are you jumping up and down in the room for? Naruto stopped and stretched comfortably, feeling refreshed and no longer sleepy. He just smiled lightly when he heard what Ninetales said. You don't understand my happiness. I don't understand. Ninetales cursed. Who the hell is staying up in the middle of the night and tossing around? A lot. Real? Ninetales wondered. Are all of you human ninjas like this? But yes, I was not allowed to see them at night at Uzumaki Mito and Uzumaki Kukina. TSK, to be honest, you think that human beings just look like this? What's so good about it? Not understand. Naruto. Well, forgive me for my evil thoughts. I have fantasized in my mind. Amitabha, the immeasurable deity. Sin. What you said made me sleepless. You're much more energetic, so let's read a book. What book are you reading? Minion Diary. Bored, I went to watch my Three Tails adventure. Well, let's watch together. Naruto grabbed Ninetales by the tail. Ninetales struggled. What are you doing? Let me go. No, let go of my tail. Naruto grinned. Scream. It's no use screaming. I'm going to lick the fox today. Help. Advertisement. Ad. Nothing to say all night. The next day, Naruto gave the flowers to Hinata with his panda eyes. What's wrong with your eyes? You have big dark circles. Naruto is embarrassed. I can't say that I've been in high spirits after reading the book all night. It's too much to say. Still don't say it. I can't go out recently. My father forbade me to go out last time. Oh, it's okay. There will be plenty of time in the future, so I'll go first. Naruto glanced at the gate of Hyuga's house, where Hyuga Hiashi was looking at him coldly. His eyes were like laser beams. Naruto's scalp felt numb. Hyuga Hiashi was also helpless. Every time he sees Naruto, he thinks how these two are so close. Then Hyuga Hiashi's jokes would flash in my mind from time to time. Are you kidding me? Severely shake off this weird idea. It is absolutely impossible. I'm leaving. Naruto left with a smile on his face. Hinata glanced behind him and turned back. She also wants to practice 1 year to complete the gentle fist method, although it is simple. But she has to work hard, and then the power of the white eyes can be enhanced. This is what my father said. My lord further will never lie to others in this regard. In fact, she is also curious about whether Byakugan can improve again. For this idea, she will work hard to practice. Clenching her small fist, Hinata looked determined. Itachi, I have a new idea. When Itachi came back, Itachi, who was tired for a long time, was about to go to see Sasuke, when Shisui suddenly came out from the side and said happily, this method is much better than the current method. Advertisement. Add any solution? Itachi wondered. We have discussed it for a long time, and we haven't found a better way until now. After all, they cannot decide the attitude of everyone in Uchiha, nor can they change the thoughts of third generation and others. Their role in Konoha village is that of ninjas, not managers. Just listen to what those people say. What can be done and what cannot be done can be said to be integrated into the bone. Don't you see that he was abused for saying a few words at home, in such a village? He was almost desperate. Fortunately, there is a younger brother. Thinking of Sasuke, Itachi's mouth twitched into a smile. Shisui coughed dryly, disrupting Itachi's thoughts. Seeing Itachi looked over, Shisui rubbed his temples helplessly, and said with a wry smile, I said, can you stop being so broken? Don't you do the same thing when you do tasks? That's very dangerous. Won't. Itachi smiled. I have a measure. What method did you just say? Change to a Hokage. Shisui's eyes flickered, and he whispered, don't you think that the current Hokage is no longer worthy of our allegiance? Honestly, a lot of people aren't afraid to go to war. Although I don't want to, but if I really want to fight, then I will fight hard. For example, this time about Hyuga's family. If it were me, I would definitely fight with all my strength. HMPH, even if our Konoha village is going to be destroyed, Cloud Shinobi village, won't be able to get through it. Unfortunately, third generation is old. But he is still my respected third Hokage. The language is not amazing and endless. Itachi looked at Shisui blankly, and looked at him muttering. His face was full of hope, and he felt a little headache. So, who do you think is better? Didn't I ask you to discuss it? You don't want too obvious a rift between the village and the family. Advertisement. Add so, brother Shisui, do you have any ideas? I want Kakashi. Uchiha. Shisui said, Kakashi has a Sharingan, and his companion is also from the Uchiha clan. I believe he will not have a bad sense of Uchiha. He's from the third Hokage line. I know, but he is a disciple of the 4th generation. Then you might as well choose Uzumaki Naruto. Shisui smiled when he heard the words. How old is he? And most people in the whole village hate him. Do you think he can be Hokage? The two looked at each other and smiled helplessly. Really? It was a difficult choice. Let's look again. There is still a little time now. If it really doesn't work. Shisui didn't go on, but Itachi knew that he would fight. I'm running out of money. Walking out of the bookstore again, Naruto was deeply worried. Since having you, the world has become very dark. Nine Tails squints. Why is this still sung? You have to find a way to make money. I think I'm a 5-year-old evildoer, but I don't even have money. It's really unreasonable. Come on, try to get the money back one day. Actually, there is another way. Naruto glanced at the bookstore behind him and smiled. I want to inherit the tradition of 3rd generation and Jiraiya. Nine Tails? What do you mean? Soon, he understood what Naruto meant. Chapter 36 Obito Goes Crazy, Show Nobuto. Chapter 1, The Leading Sister. Naruto worked on it himself, and he was full of inspiration, and there were only a few of them. Of course, this thing can't be carried over alive, it has to be polished to make it more in-depth. It's like kissing heaven. Dare you say he has no depth? It's impossible to become a best-selling novel without depth, and Kakashi couldn't put it down. This old pervert, who has been a bachelor all his life, likes to read books very much, and he doesn't know how to solve it at night. Reminiscent of Kakashi's hand speed, Naruto thought maliciously that it was probably due to frequent practice at night. Nine Tails was dumbfounded and couldn't bear to look directly. At such a young age, this aspect is so rich, I admire it. Nine Tails knelt down. Really awesome. It's about the same as making out in heaven, or even better. Hey, get rich. Ha ha ha, it is necessary. Naruto had a big smile on his face, but he wanted to cry in his heart. If it wasn't for making money, Losey wouldn't have written this stuff. If word of this spreads out in the future, the god of the contract will actually write a book, which will be very cheap, okay? This matter must not be spoken out. Do you understand? He glanced lightly at Nine Tails. Nine Tails suppressed a smile and nodded repeatedly. It doesn't matter, anyway, I have to spend money. As long as I have money, other things are trivial. He doesn't care. And I've been around you all day, so I don't have time. Advertisement. Ad boss, let's discuss something. The well-dressed Naruto came to the bookstore. The boss was stunned when he heard this. Why is this man so short? He thought about it in his heart but kept his face calm. He nodded. Tell me. Look at this book. Naruto handed over Show Nobuto. He didn't write a few, because of the addition of many stories. The content of this book is much richer. So he also plans to divide it into several installments. First of all, of course, he has to look at the reverse. The bookstore owner took a look. His face changed. He had a premonition that this was another good book, so he took a deep breath, and the bookstore owner immediately put a smile on his face. Come, let's discuss the matter of publishing. Not long, Naruto walked out of the bookstore with a smile on his face. First, I went to the bookstore owner to advance some money, and then read the reverse of the book. But according to the words of the bookstore owner, it will definitely not be too bad, and it will be very profitable. In this way, Naruto was relieved, and went back with a smile on his face. Sit back and wait for the good news. I've read and read Intimate Paradise. Isn't there no good book to read? The next day, Kakashi walked into the bookstore again, with a gloomy expression on his face. He looked weak and unable to lift up. He put his hand on the bookstore owner's table and asked feebly, Boss, do you have any good books recently? Hey, it's Kakashi. You haven't been here for half a month, but it's a coincidence that you came. There was indeed a good book yesterday, which suits your taste very well. Come on, here, I just read it again, and I have to say that the author is also a talent. Kakashi's eyes lit up when he heard the words, and he took a look at the book. The cover almost made him vomit blood. Junior Obito, I rely on. Kakashi almost ran away. Obito is his friend, who is so shameful. Advertisement. Ad. But seeing the line below, Kakashi's complexion was as if he was constipated, turning blue and purple for a while. The bookstore owner who was standing by looked at it with horror. This guy won't be angry. A fire style will lose my bookstore. There is no such example in history. This book is purely fictional. Any similarity is purely coincidental. Abruptly moving away from this line, Kakashi took a deep breath, suppressed the monstrous anger in his heart, and said coldly, I want to see what is written in the content. Turn over to see. Not long after, Kakashi's eyes brightened. This author is talented. Obito, I'm sorry, I betrayed. There is only one name anyway, and your name is Uchiha Obito, and his name is Obito, with a different name. Well, It smells so good. I bought it. Okay. The bookstore owner accepted the money with a smile, watched Kakashi leave, and couldn't help feeling in his heart, even a picky person like Kakashi likes it, so I'm going to post it again. I just don't know who that person is. The bookstore owner shivered when he recalled the situation at that time. Also a ninja not to be trifled with. Let's be honest. Facts have proved that a good book will never fail to sell. Soon, the book was taking Konoha village by storm, and then spreading outside. Somewhere, Obito and Black White Zetsu are together. How many people did Nagato take? Just took Orochimaru. That guy is also a research maniac, researching all day long. It doesn't matter, as long as you can help us. Loyalty doesn't matter. Currently the ninja world is still peaceful, but there is one person who is very active. Advertisement. Ad who? Momoki won't kill him again. He's quite strong, and he kills like hemp. He's a very strong ninja. Do you want to absorb him? Is there a cage level number? That's fine. No need. Our target is the tailed beast. We don't have the strength of cage level to go and just deliver food. Obito's voice was cold. Looking up at the sky, he seemed to see Lin's voice and smile. Kakashi, I will never forgive you. By the way, there is a very popular book recently with a name similar to yours. Really? Show me. Obito became interested when he heard the news, and Black White Zetsu quickly sent a book. Obito opened it, his face turned red, and he roared, "Bastard, who is spreading rumors? I will kill him." Check it out. Let me check it out. I must find out who spread the rumors. I only have Lin in my heart. Any elder sister who leads the family is all slander. There was a burst of crying and howling, and Obito was going crazy. Nepenthes. This sound is so ugly. We're going to check right now. Not wanting to hear the howl of ghosts and wolves, the pitcher plant ran away. Panting heavily, Obito gripped the book hard, gripping it like a mule. Obito was trembling all over. He never thought that a book could be so irritating. He flipped through it casually. Each word seemed to be mocking him. I'm so innocent, so infatuated, it's abominable that you write me like this, etc. Obito's face suddenly changed, and he thought of something bad. Ask the flower, sir. Chapter 37. 9 Tails. My mentality exploded. He remembered that Kakashi liked to read this kind of books, and he had paid attention to them all these years, and read them all day long with that kind of kissing paradise. He doesn't understand. Why don't you get tired of seeing it crookedly? It's good now. Another book like this came out, and Kakashi didn't even read the book. It hurts to think of Kakashi looking at his name and making those weird faces. Obito. Damn it. Don't let me find you. I will tear you to pieces. This hatred is irreconcilable. Obito roared. The roar came from far away. PFFT, who's talking about me? Touching his nose, Naruto felt a little strange. Why the name Obito? 9 Tails is weird. In the past few days, he has figured out Naruto's situation in Konoha village. How should I put it? No one has revealed to Naruto who his parents are. The weird thing is that Naruto seems to know everything. Then you must also know the existence of Obito. So the question is, why is Naruto so ruthless, even using the name Obito? It is conceivable that if Obito were alive, someone would say hello on the street. Yo, Obito, apostrophe. Then, everyone looked over in unison, with meaningful expressions on their faces. Thinking about it makes me vomit blood. From then on, 9 Tails is sure that Obito will have to carry this minion's business card around the world for the rest of his life. Fortunately, the cheerful little guy died. Advertisement. Ad. But it is estimated that he will jump out of the coffin board if he knows. There is no such thing as burying people. Naruto smiled coldly. This is just the beginning, and the days to come are still long. 9 Tails is creepy. What hatred and resentment made you so resentful? This is the reputation that destroys a person's life. I'm more curious. Naruto squinted. Don't you wonder who freed you from my mother's seal? 9 Tails was taken aback, then looked at Naruto with disbelief, and said in horror, what are you talking about? That trash is so strong. It's impossible. 9 Tails shook his head. In disbelief. It can see how Obito is abandoned throughout the whole process. It is really the kind that mud can't support the wall. Of course, this is only limited to the aspect of cultivation. In other respects, he was impeccable. Even 9 Tails had to admire this kid, but it was a pity that the kid died so early. In the end, you told me that I was released by Obito. What kind of ninja joke? At that time, it didn't know how terrible the evil eye was. Like Uchiha Madara. He really thought he had met Uchiha Madara. How much do you know about the Uchiha clan? I only know very evil. Yes, a lot of people call them psychopaths. 9 Tails was dumbfounded. They are indeed quite similar, because of their blood. Their emotions are relatively delicate, and they will open their eyes when they are stimulated. but that kind of eye is definitely not something that ordinary emotions can open. Their line of succession is very special. Naruto looked at the scenery outside and shook his head. People who are full of emotions appear to be weak chickens and garbage on the surface, but once they are stimulated too much, they will be awakened directly. 9 Tails. Advertisement. Ad. So, is this what Uchiha Obito looks like? So what spurred him on? At such a young age, whoever is dead will be stimulated like this and open his eyes directly. I was really cracked and raised my posture. Real. 9 Tails felt that he had lived in the ninja world for so long and didn't know as much as Naruto, a 5-year-old kid. Is it a bit unreasonable? Suddenly a little depressed. I've really lived for dogs all these years. Gun. Naruto has black lines on his face. You are not in my body. Are you living in me? Why do you call me a dog? Hey, I'll just say it casually. I definitely don't mean to compare you to a dog. 9 Tails laughed. A few days ago he was still very unhappy, but he still forced himself to be free. But now he feels really fragrant. Naruto is different from some people who just take advantage of it, but Naruto really treats himself like a friend. Suddenly he thought of the question he asked when he first got the God of Contracts prison. Such a cheerful, such an Naruto, who doesn't like it? In the end, it becomes a trusted partner, and a friend is a matter of course. According to you, then this Uchiha Obito is really not human. 9 Tails suddenly reacted, with a serious tone. Although I am sealed, Kushina is the best for Obito, bar none. At that time, Minato and Uzumaki Yukino really treated him like their son, and he was so mad. Yes, Naruto sighed. It is such a person who wants to destroy the world for a person he likes. If you destroy the world, you can destroy the world, but Namake's Minato and Uzumaki Yukino are so kind to you, so you can do it? Brute. Advertisement. Ad. The most important and the most disgusting thing is that this product will be laundered in the future. He almost yelled when he saw it. You want revenge? 9 Tails looked at Naruto seriously. Kill that bastard who deceived his master and his ancestors. As I said, this is just the beginning. Naruto stretched out his hand, as if grasping something, and said in an erratic voice, let's play slowly. The enemy is in the light, and I am in the dark. Let's see who plays to death. 9 Tails shrunk his neck. He felt that Naruto was also an old silver coin, so strong but not so strong, still so wretched, so obscene. Now 5 years old is so strong. What about the future? When he really wants to show his strength, he will definitely shock the entire ninja world. For some reason, 9 Tails suddenly looked forward to it. He is looking forward to that day. Hey, you can write more in that book. Well, I have another idea. 9 Tails was surprised. Call the young woman Obito. Quack quack. A sinister smile echoed in the small 80-square-meter room, scaring 9 Tails into the sealed space. With such an enemy on the stand, the kid named Uchiha Obito is considered to be blood mold for 8 lifetimes. He could already imagine the strange and ambiguous gazes of everyone when Obito appeared. Quack quack. 9 Tails also giggled wickedly. Strictly speaking, he and Yukino Uzumaki are also friends, the kind who can say a few words. No creature likes someone like Obito. 9 Tails is no exception. Chapter 38. I treat you like a brother. Obito didn't expect someone to calculate him like this at all, and he was waiting for the news from the pitcher plant at the moment. He wanted to see who was spreading the rumors. Okay, the name Obito is still rare, and he has never heard of someone with the same name as himself, so he subconsciously brought the people in this book into his own role. Although the writing was exciting, he didn't like it at all. Lin Xiling will definitely go mad with anger. I said Nagato. Okay? Nagato, who was thinking about what to do next, looked up at Conan blankly, and asked curiously, what's wrong? There is a person in that spare tire concentration camp who is unreliable. Conan sighed. Although it is difficult for us to start a business, there is no need to bring in a psychopath. Nagato. What and what? I don't understand at all. Seeing that Nagato didn't hear anything out of the window, Conan, who was only thinking about growing up, rubbed his head with a headache, and said with a wry smile, just yesterday, the one who yelled in the concentration camp was that hooligan. Oh, Nagato suddenly realized that he knew a little about this ninja, and he joined the Akatsuki organization since its establishment, but his strength has not yet reached the standard. But he is not without benefits. The active atmosphere is very good. All in all, this is a funny comparison, and the strength is currently around J.A. Ring-in. This is the conclusion drawn by the intelligence chief Nepenthes. He still believes in this guy's intelligence. After so long, his credit has been established and it is very reliable. What's up with him? Advertisement. Ad. I don't know, just crying like ghosts and howling like wolves. Fine. He is also a senior figure. He must have been stimulated by something. He will be fine in a few days. Alright, I'm watching. By the way, Orochimaru is honest, right? Him? Conan shook his head, and said helplessly, This person has the same virtue as the red sand scorpion. They are both research madmen, and they both want to live forever. I stay in the research institute every day to study this and that. Don't underestimate them. Nagato smiled. Many sources of Uxia organization's money come from the things leaked from their research fingers. You who are in charge of financial power should understand how rare such talents are. If you want to gain momentum, money is the top priority. And talent. There were only a few people in Uxia organization, but they had a lot of businessmen behind their backs. Of course, they didn't know the true face of the Uxia organization. I only know that the people above are very strong. In the ninja world, if you want to become bigger and stronger, it is just a dream without ninjas behind you to support you. Some unruly ninja killed you without knowing how. I see. Conan nodded, sat next to Nagato and started folding the explosive charm. This thing can sell money. She has nothing to do anyway. Adding her own ninjutsu is also of this nature, so why not do it? I heard that Konoha village has a taboo ninjutsu called tandem paper bombs, a ninjutsu created by second-generation Senjuto Byarume, which is said to be able to explode infinitely. It is true. Nagato raised his eyes and smiled. There is a chance that we can take it over. It's just right for you. Paper shields with tandem paper bombs should be very strong. That takes a lot of chakra. Only those ninja monsters with a lot of chakra are powerful to use. I want to use them for research. Advertisement. Ad ha. Nagato grinned. In a few years, we will be able to act. Conan gave Nagato a sideways glance. Several years. I think it will take about 10 years to have a chance. Now the staff has not been assembled yet, so they can only stay in the country of rain and deal with those ninja villages, do some tasks, and turn around. I really look forward to the arrival of such a world. Conan whispered. Looking back at the days before, looking at the present, it can't be compared, but for Yahiko, for his fantasy world, this step must be taken, and it has to be taken. Get rich, get rich. It's been a long time since I wrote a book last time, and after careful calculation, a month has passed. Today, Naruto went to the bookstore owner to get the first funding. Blood earned. I finally know why Jiraiya can wander around. As far as Jiraiya's expenses are concerned, it's really impossible to play without money, but he stayed outside for several years, just to find the man of destiny predicted by the great Toad Sage. And my favorite place is to go to the bar to listen to music or something. These places cost a lot of money, so one can imagine how lucrative this intimacy paradise is. Naruto remembers that when Jiraiya took out the passbook, there were too many zeros on it to count. God knows how rich he is. But now Naruto knows. Sure enough, no matter what world you are in, this aspect of knowledge is the favorite of most people. Naruto seemed to have been opened up to Rendu's second channel, and he was quite excited inside. He is also willing to write a book that can make money lying down. It is estimated that many people have written it, but they have no talent. It's a blessing that I have a good talent in this regard. Advertisement. Ad thank you, third generation. 5 years of nurturing, let him know a lot of strange knowledge points. In this regard, third generation contributed a lot. Nine Tails is also very excited. You can eat barbecue and ramen. Gun. Naruto's face darkened. He really wondered why the Nine Tails in the original book were so arrogant and ordinary, but he came here through time travel. Why this Nine Tails became weird. Like everything. Read books, eat, and also like to let him go shopping. I really don't understand. Are you not a tail beast? Are you a mother? As far as Naruto knew, these were things that girls love to do. Incomprehensible. If only you could shapeshift. Naruto thought. I want to see what your essence is. Nine Tails. Gan. I treat you like a brother, but you want to. Cough. With a dry cough, Nine Tails snorted coldly. I've been imprisoned for so many years, and I'm still not allowed to have a good time. Anyway, you have a lot of money. I feel like I'm being taken for a ride. But when I think of Nine Tails, I will be very strong for a long time in the future. Nine Tails chakra mode, fairy fox mode, etc. are all handsome and cool. Never mind. For the sake of this aspect, a little money is gone. Strength will never become obsolete. Chapter 39 Empty Glove. White Wolf. It's been 3 months, and you can call the god of contract once. In Hokage's office, Sarutobi Hiruzen smoked a pipe, calculated the time carefully, and suddenly found that 3 months had passed before he knew it. It has been 3 months since Naruto moved out. At first, he felt that Naruto would not get used to life and would come to him crying. Unfortunately, I think too much, and I am too narcissistic. That little guy lives very happily now. Every day he is not fishing, he is catching loach, and he is catching lobster. Even caught snakes. Newbie. Anyone who can play alone will play. In short, it was very fun to play, and I haven't come to him for a long time. It's strange. I raised you for 5 years. Shouldn't you be very close to me? Sarutobi Hiruzen was puzzled. Could it be that because of the influence of Nine Tails, the whole person has become indifferent? It should be. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed. He still likes to have the little ghost head around him, but it's okay. His son gave birth to a son last year, and he named him Konoha. This little guy is very rambunctious, much more active than Naruto. Thinking of Konoha, Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled. It's already very good to have such days in life, and now I want to spend my old age peacefully. Perhaps it can be used on the Uchiha people. Sarutobi Hiruzen suddenly thought of a book about gods that he saw at the route last time. His eyes flashed. He thought of another possibility. With a thought, he whispered silently, and Naruto sensed Sarutobi Hiruzen's call. Hey, isn't this the old man of third generation? Is he going to use the right to use it once every 3 months? I don't know what he thinks. Listening carefully, Naruto soon became strange. Gan. Advertisement. This person has such a big heart and wants to prolong his life. But when he thought of Sarutobi Hiruzen's age, Naruto suddenly realized that at this age, Sarutobi Hiruzen is already considered pretty good. He is currently in his early 60s, and in a few years, he was exactly 69 years old when Chunin took the exam. Longevity. In this case, he is in a high position, just like the emperor in ancient times. When people get old, if they have the opportunity, they will definitely pursue longevity. This seems to be a cycle. What does this make me do? Naruto was speechless. Although he can sign a contract, he can't use his own lifespan. Having said that, if he has a godhead, will his lifespan be the same as that of ordinary people, or will he have a longer lifespan to speak of? Naruto thought, and the godhead spun around. The information is passed on. Naruto realizes that he can be regarded as a trainee god now. In theory, people with godheads are immortal. Eternal life does not mean immortality. However, due to the broken godhead, the lifespan is not immortal, but the lifespan is very long. Naruto was dumbfounded. In these few years, he has never thought about his own life expectancy, because his life has just begun. This time, if it didn't involve the sensitive issue raised by Sarutobi Hiruzen, he wouldn't have paid attention to it. But if he pays attention now, okay, even this broken godhead has a lifespan of 10,000 years. He just wanted to say, 666 apostrophe. It is conceivable that with the restoration of the godhead, his lifespan will also be greatly improved. It's really a game between gods and spirits. Naruto stroked his chin while shopping, with a smile on his face. In this way, there will be a lot of operable means. Apostrophe. As soon as the idea strikes, start editing. Next moment, one piece of paper is missing in the ninja bag. Advertisement. Ad for the current Naruto. As his strength improves, so does his ability to use space. Such a distance can still be teleported. He is not in the outskirts of Konoha. Strictly speaking, Naruto's place is not far from Sarutobi Hiruzen's office. This may become a benchmark, a steelyard. A smile formed on the corner of Naruto's mouth, and he continued to write his novel. He had to make money. Even if he is a god, he is also the most crotch-hacking god. This is nothing to be proud of. As a god, he still needs to eat and make money. Doesn't this stretch your hips? I like to grow up slowly like this. It's not interesting to be born at the peak. How do you say that? If a man is assigned a great mission from the sky, he must first work hard on his will, exhaust his muscles and bones, and starve his body and skin. This is my experience of life. Naruto consoled himself. Coming. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the paper that appeared suddenly. His eyes flickered. He picked up the paper and glanced at it. His expression instantly became excited. A paper contract. 8. Sign your name and start our game. 8. Equivalent exchange. Children are not deceived. 8. 5 years of life. Sign the contract. You will get 5 years of life, and everything will belong to me after death. 8. If you don't sign, please ignore it. 8. Sarutobi Hiruzen was excited. 5 years. It has a lifespan of 5 years. This is like a signal. There are 5 years, so is there 10 years, 100 years, or even a long life. As for everything after death being owned by the god of contract, what condition is this? Advertisement. After I die, I don't care about the flood, people are dead, and everything has no effect on me. If you want to take it, you can take it away. Anyway, live in the present. As long as you live long enough, everything else will be fine. Sign. Sarutobi Hiruzen signed his name with ease. The contract takes effect. 8. The cold and simple words emerged and flickered. The next moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen felt that he seemed a little younger, and when he looked in the mirror, the wrinkles on his face were a little less. Awesome, the god of contract seems to be growing up. Sarutobi Hiruzen pondered. From once a month in the beginning to once a few days now, the gap can be seen by anyone with a discerning eye. What's more, it was just a little problem at the beginning, and a little bit of ability was copied. But now it has begun to give life. This is a qualitative leap. If it's really what I think, then the growth of this god of contract is really amazing. But it's okay. Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled. 5 years younger, how can I not share it? A faint voice came out. Go to Danzo and the two elders come over. I have something to announce. This moment, the former ninja seems to be back. If I was 5 years younger before Cloud Shinobi Village came, I would have just finished with them. Sarutobi Hiruzen's deep voice echoed in Hokage's office. Pity. No if. Chapter 40 The Madness of Danzo and Others. I can't hide my youthful appearance from others, and there is nothing to hide about it. Open secret. Most people know the existence of the god of contract, because as long as they have a little strength, they have been patronized by them. They have come from life and death, and they have very rich experience. When others raise their brows, they almost know some news. Analysis is also a very important course for ninjas. Soon, when Danzo and others received the news, they thought that something had happened, and rushed over in a hurry. Rarely has Sarutobi Hiruzen been so motivating. Something must have happened, and they needed to discuss it together. Like the last Cloud Shinobi Village incident. What's the matter this time? A few people were worried, and they pushed the door open, and saw a smiling Sarutobi Hiruzen sitting there with a very happy expression. Mitokado Homura looked displeased. Hiruzen, is there anything good about your smile? It's really a good thing. Sarutobi Hiruzen stroked his beard, feeling extremely happy. Guess what? I guess your sister. The three cursed inwardly. Danzo was taken aback suddenly. No, why does this old boy look much younger, and his energy is different? Looking Sarutobi Hiruzen up and down, Danzo's expression changed. Hiruzen, why do you seem to be much younger? Did you go for plastic surgery? Gun, you just went for plastic surgery. I'm a handsome Hokage, and I'm still a man, and I don't rely on my appearance for a living. Why do I go for plastic surgery? I'm free. If something happens that causes my face to be paralyzed, wouldn't I be finished? Plastic surgery was developed by medical ninjas with chakra. Many people have succeeded, but many people have failed. This thing is tasteless to him. But how to put it, there is still a market, so he just let it go. Anyway, if something happens, he can take care of it himself. No facelift. Danzo frowned. Suddenly a flash of inspiration flashed in his mind. He looked at the old boy in disbelief, and blurted out, could it be possible? Advertisement. Ad. Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled without saying a word. Depend on. Danzo was completely insane. This old boy again, why so many good things happened to him? I also want to meet the god of contract. Danzo is crazy. If he could meet and get his favor, wouldn't the scars on his body heal, and he could become a handsome man again? Thinking of this made Danzo feel hot inside. Maybe my wish to be Hokage can also come true. Hey. Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled without saying a word. I just like to see you shocked but helplessly jealous. Cough. No, I'm a little drifting. Sarutobi Hiruzen hastily suppressed his smile, and said with a blank expression, I just made a contract. It's nothing, you will have a chance in the future. Alone better together. Okay. My thinking is so lofty. Sarutobi Hiruzen was amused as he exhaled the smoke ring happily. Who knows if they have a chance, but I am the one who has been recognized, although it is only a one-off, which is a bit regrettable. He thought it was once every 3 months, unlimited times. As a result, from the news that was fed back just now, there is only such a chance. This is very pitted. He still wants to pluck some more wool. Fortunately, although there is no privilege, this person doesn't just disappear, but still exists, just to compete fairly with the victim. He is already satisfied, and in this regard he has an advantage over others. Advertisement. Ad. Danzo. Mitokado Homura. Yutatenko Haru. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen's embarrassing appearance, several people can't wait to go up and beat him up. Tell you to be embarrassed. It is worthwhile to exchange what you have learned in a lifetime for 5 years. Naruto withdrew from Godhead's sight, and silently calculated, it was worth it. A person's energy is limited, but if he can obtain all the learning results of Sarutobi Hiruzen, it must be very great. As the third generation who was known as the strongest ninja in Hokage's early days, he knows a lot of things. If there are many ninjas signed with Naruto, his abilities will be very comprehensive in the near future. What Kakashi, what more than 1,000 ninjutsu, is really weak. Moreover, there are many ways to enter into a contract. There is a lot of room for maneuver in the contract. In the past few years, Naruto has tried many methods, and almost all of them work. My goal is to stand at the pinnacle of the ninja world and sit and watch the wind blow. Naruto burst out with self-confidence. The Godhead has given me this qualification. Future Otsutsuki. Naruto wanted to say, I don't care anymore. but still be humble. What are we eating today? The words of Nine Tails brought back Naruto's thoughts. Naruto was taken aback for a moment, then smiled and said, eat grilled fish. Yes, I like this one. Haha, let's go fishing. Gan. Nine Tails almost vomited blood. Fishing? Are you sure? Advertisement. Ad. I don't know how many ninjas have patronized that river. Where did the big fish come from? They are all small shrimps. You don't have to go fishing. You can also eat snails. It goes well with wine. I like it very much. Naruto rubbed his hands, and when he said this, he suddenly felt like eating. Go, set off, touch the snails. Naruto took out a small plastic bucket from the corner and set off excitedly. Nine Tails was stunned. Hey, didn't you mean grilled fish? Why did you turn into touching snails again? Your change of mind is too fast. I can't even react. I want to eat grilled fish, and I also want to eat snails. Let's go, and you come too. Nine Tails was silent. Losey just wanted to eat, and didn't say that he would do it himself. Hey, Naruto. Shikamaru, who was walking on the road, saw Naruto walking over with the barrel in his hands. What are you doing here? Could it be that you want to catch shrimp again? Shikamaru is ready to move. At home, Losey often dragged him down, in the name of cultivating IQ. IQ is a ball. Don't you just want to get someone to play chess with you, and you bully me when I'm only 5 years old? This Losey, don't worry about it. Make it bad. In addition, he often uses his brain, and he always feels that he can't sleep well. It's better to find a place to lie down and let his thoughts go. Go touch the snails. Will you go? Go. Shikamaru's eyes lit up. Could you call someone again? I made a new friend. Sure. Come right away. Wait for me at the old place by the river. Shikamaru left in a hurry. Naruto laughed when he saw this, and after listening to Shikamaru, he planned to sit by the river first. Shikamaru's IQ was led to his very much mental age. Chatting with Shikamaru, it feels okay, not too childish. Chapter 41 Childhood. You see, isn't it good for him to live such a carefree life? Isn't he fragrant? Why do you have to calculate and calculate? Why do you want to destroy the world? The world itself is not perfect, and living a good life is a perfect life. The Sri Lankan has passed away. You can mourn or take revenge, but it is your fault if you want to destroy the world. Such as Obito. Naruto couldn't understand his thoughts at all. Even if he was fooled too much, right? It can only be said that many worldviews in this world are distorted in his view, but they are indeed normal in the eyes of people in this world. That's why there is such a thing as whitewashing. Live yourself well. I'm only 5 years old. I don't have so many ideas. Take it easy. Eat, drink, and sleep every day is better than anything else. Came to the river, put the plastic bucket away, lay down on a big rock and waited quietly for Shikamaru to come. As for the friend he was talking about, no guesswork, it was a Kimiki-cha ring. Inashika-cha ring. Always being together can exert a strong power. This is a perfect combination, so each generation of Inashika-cha ring must get together to cultivate feelings. A Kimiki-cha ring is one, and so is Yamanaka-no. A high IQ, make plans. One that can control others. A strong fighting force. The combination of the three, as long as the enemy is not too strong, can basically be dealt with. Coming. As soon as Nine Tails finished speaking, 3 figures in the distance approached hand in hand. They were Inashika-cha ring. Naruto. A good friend was promised, but another one came. Advertisement. Ad. Well, Ina happened to be the 2, so I brought it along. It's okay, it's good to have a lot of people. Naruto stood up with a smile on his face. Hello, my name is Uzumaki Naruto. My name is Nara Shikamaru. A Kimiki-cha ring was eating. He was stunned when he heard the words, looked at the 2 hands stretched out and subconsciously wiped his hands on his body, then stretched out his hands, and said hello, my name is a Kimiki-cha ring. My name is Yamanaka-no. Ino stretched out his hand grinningly, and then smiled playfully. Uzumaki Naruto, I remember you. You bought tweeds at my house. Yes. Next time I go to your store to buy flowers, you have to be cheaper. Ino shook his head. That can't be done. Friends are friends, and business is business. They can't be confused. That's it. Naruto said calmly. Let's go, touch the snails. I'm treating you today. Let's forget it. You are also a poor ghost. Hey, this guy treats you. Shikamaru hugged a Kimiki-cha ring who was beside him. Let's go to the Yakiniku restaurant opened by his family and have a meal. Ha ha ha, interesting. In the sealed space of Naruto, Nine Tails laughed loudly. These idiots, they don't even know how rich you are now. Apostrophe. Although it was only a short time ago, the book really sold well. It is foreseeable that as time goes by, the future Naruto will not worry about running out of money. It's okay, please come back next time. Let's reciprocate. But what should I do? Suddenly, Nine Tails was dumbfounded. You are eating hot and drinking spicy food. so I can only watch. Naruto showed pity on his face. You can only bear it. Anyway, you are not a normal creature. In fact, you don't need to eat at all. If you just want to satisfy your appetite, there will be opportunities in the future. Nine Tails vomited blood. It's not you who made me eat. Advertisement. It's good now. He is addicted. Hey, well, this little girl named Ino is also pretty good. Last time I heard you said in a dream that you want to open a harem. You told me about the harem. Come on, I've already found it for you. That's all. Naruto, when did I say this in a dream? I don't know. You're not lying to me, are you? No, I'm very honest. Besides, there's nothing to lie about in such a thing. Nine Tails smiled calmly. Now there are two. I will try to find more for you. When you go to the Pure Land, you will be able to proudly tell your father that our family has grown and become a small family. Or if you work hard, you may be able to develop a big family in your lifetime, such as Uchiha. I believe it should be possible with your ability. Cough cough cough. Naruto coughed violently, and was shocked by Nine Tails' words. Does this mean that Nine Tails' thinking is so powerful, even planning my future? Plan a ghost. Naruto's face was dark. Can he say such things casually? Naruto corrected his words. I like to let nature take its course when it comes to emotional matters. Nine Tails understood in seconds. Oh, you like being chased backwards. I understand. Naruto. Nine Tails, you've learned badly. Since when did you learn to be bad? Naruto thought about it, and finally found out in a trance that he had been watching the novel Nine Tails these days, and he should have learned to be bad slowly. Therefore, Nine Tails was brought down by itself. Advertisement. Now there are a lot of sassy talk and sow operations. Am I self-inflicted? Naruto realized later. It seems that life in the future will not be boring. Let's go, touch the snails. After being told by Nine Tails, Naruto glanced at Ino. He is a beauty embryo, and now his face is very delicate. As long as he grows up, he will be a white and rich beauty. Right, that's right. Ino's family is very rich, and at the moment it looks like his legs are very long, and he has grown up very well. If circled, this. Naruto hurriedly shook his head, complaining in his heart. Nine Tails, I'm spoiled by you. Nine Tails, are you blaming me for your dirty thoughts? Co-authoring, I am a dumper. Nine Tails stopped talking. Naruto withdrew his gaze, and coughed dryly. Let's go, touch along this creek. It must be enough for us to eat. Because it is a supernatural world, many things can be done by ninjas. So the living environment of Konoha village is very good now. As far as the quality of the water is concerned, there is no problem for you to drink it directly. Such a living environment is really good. In such an environment, there are many small fish in creeks and rivers. Several people cheered and rushed down. Naruto and Shikamaru looked at each other and followed behind with a smile. Childhood is always so beautiful. Naruto suddenly remembered his childhood in his previous life. Although he was poor, he was also very fulfilling, without too much pressure. Now this is great! Chapter 42 Shishui's Sacrifice. Perhaps, Itachi's joke at the time is not impossible. Shishui happened to pass by here, and couldn't help being taken aback when he saw this scene, and then thought about it. Last time Itachi joked that it would be better for Naruto to be Hokage. After all, Uzumaki Naruto is also of the line of third Hokage. If he operates well, he may be able to. Well, what do you think? Uchiha Shishui patted his cheek, feeling a little bewildered. It can't be said that Naruto is now friends with the three little guys, so it can be said that Naruto can be Hokage. Is Hokage that good to be? Obviously not. To be a Hokage requires many conditions. The first ability is not enough, and he can't wait for Naruto to grow up. And with Naruto's current reputation, honestly, he didn't see any hope of it. What I saw was despair. So, why are you so optimistic? If you have strength, it's okay if you are optimistic. But you're only 5 years old, and you are not yet mature in your heart. How did you manage to be as calm as you are now? Shishui couldn't understand. He has never seen such a cheerful person, without any hatred in his eyes, and is positive every day. Does such a person really exist? It felt a little unreal and a little fake. In a trance, it seems to be in an illusion world. Shishui thought for a while, and planned to repeat the old trick. That's right. Just pray and see if he can contact the god of contract. If you get lucky like last time, you will get in touch. As soon as you get in touch, maybe the god of contract is looking at the ninja world now, looking at them, isn't he? Advertisement. Shishui remembered the sacrifice. This thing might give it a try. Thinking of this, he took another deep look at Naruto and the others. Shishui's whole body was wrapped in flames, and the next moment the flames exploded, and his whole body had disappeared in place. What do you use for the sacrifice, pighead? Shishui recalled the appearance of the god of contract, and it seemed that he was interested in many things in the ninja world, but he was not interested in these ordinary sacrifices. If it is like these, a broken bar. Uchiha Shizui's eyes flickered and he paid attention. Back home, sitting cross-legged on the bed, Shizui murmured in his heart, I would like to sacrifice some ninjutsu or other things on my body, and ask the god of contract to draw the curtain and respond to my little ninja. Somehow, this heartfelt fits Naruto's thoughts and is connected to the Godhead. Godhead jumped slightly. This is the first real believer, and it is also a not very successful sacrifice. But sincerity makes spirit. So, the Godhead moved. Naruto, who was touching the snail, was stunned for a moment, subconsciously sank into the depths of his soul, looked at the Godhead, and also sensed Uchiha Shizui's request. Who will be the Hokage? How about use Uzumaki Naruto as the Hokage? Naruto is confused. Let me be Hokage. What kind of operation is this? You are also a ninja who became famous in 3 wars. This thing asks me. Okay. As the god of contract, he seems to be almost omnipotent in their eyes. Ask me anything. However, it is a pity that in front of you is a very crotch god of contract, and he can't beat you. Touching his nose, Naruto pondered. When Hokage. Advertisement. Ad. I've thought about this idea before, because it's a good way to make a contract to release the ninja's mission in an open and honest manner. But after thinking about his own strength, he gave up. Because there are a lot of things to do as a Hokage. It hurts to be a Hokage, but now seeing Shikamaru's back, Naruto feels that it seems that being a Hokage is not bad. It's time to leave the work to someone else. If you look at 3rd generation, they use the telescope technique to look at the beautiful scenery every day, and then they paint and so on. But there are many people who can work under him. There are many things that don't require his intervention. Everything is done properly, which is very comfortable. If you can do this as a Hokage yourself, it seems that it is not impossible. But first, you must have the strength to crush everything. Naruto calculated silently, and then he had a thought, and felt that Uchiha Shizui was at Uchiha's house, a little far away from him. Let's talk about it at night. Don't rush this moment. If you can become Hokage, you can kick all those people out. It doesn't have to be Hokage. I can start a new stove and take away all the ninjas of Uchiha and Hyuga. What are you thinking? Slapping himself on the forehead, Naruto felt that he had been bewildered recently. Isn't it good to be carefree? I have to go to DOS. Hey, Naruto, hurry up and catch up. Oh, here we come. Hearing Yamanakino's call, Naruto hurried to follow. No response. Uchiha Shizui is a little disappointed. It seems that this is not possible, so he can only find a way by himself. Advertisement. Ad. Since when did I habitually rely on the god of contract? Shizui sat cross-legged on the bed, lost in thought. Brother Shizui, are you there? Itachi? Hearing the sound, Shizui came back to his senses, a little surprised. Why did Itachi come here? Shouldn't he be doing a task now? Pushing the door open, Itachi was standing quietly at the door, and Uchiha Izumi was standing with him. Brother Shizui! Quain screamed loudly. It's you, Quain. Shizui smiled, then looked at Itachi, and asked, Itachi, what can I do for you? It's nothing. The clansmen ignored me, so I had no choice but to come to you. I'm on vacation today, why not go out for a walk? Shizui was taken aback for a moment, then nodded. All right, I'm having troubles. It's better to discuss it with someone than me alone. Your thinking is stronger than mine and smarter than mine. You give me ideas. Itachi looked at Shizui in surprise and nodded silently. Together, the 3 walked out of Uchiha's clan and walked silently on the streets of Konoha village. Crowds of people in 2s and 3s shuttled back and forth, and the continuous noise made the quiet Itachi frown slightly. Brother Shizui, did you encounter any problems again? It's like this. I recently read some books about the gods. It said that if the sacrifice is satisfied with the gods, there will be a response. But I did the sacrifice today but I didn't get a response. Do you think there is something wrong? What did you sacrifice? My everything. Anything is fine. Shizui smiled. Of course, life is not allowed. I haven't seen the village and family harmony yet. When Itachi heard the words, he was thoughtful, and suddenly looked at Izumi Uchiha beside him. Chapter 43 Quain, I was sacrificed. Quain was looked at inexplicably. Itachi looked Izumi up and down. Very beautiful. She has beautiful black hair, a beauty mole on the lower corner of her right eye, and the purple cheongsam looks more beautiful on her body. Brother Shizui, do you think the god of contract needs a maid? Shizui, can't. But it's not sure. He didn't think about it. Quain shrank his neck. What do you want to do? Instinctively, she felt a little strange. The eyes of these 2 people were shining, and she didn't know what they were thinking. Quain, do you want to try to serve the gods? Spring? I don't think we are on the same channel. What kind of gods? I can't understand at all. As ninjas, you actually believe that there are gods in this world. What kind of ninja world jokes are you making? At this time, Konoha was only a little closer to Itachi, and he hadn't talked about whether he liked it or not. A 9-year-old and 10-year-old child would not have so many small thoughts. She just thinks it's better to be with Itachi and Shizue than those clansmen. And she really likes Konoha village, and she really doesn't intend to rebel or anything. Isn't it good to live like this, where so many demands are needed? I trust you. Although it was strange, Izumi nodded slightly because Shizue and Itachi would not cheat her. She was also very curious about the god Shizue and Itachi talked about. Let's go for a walk, have a chat, and try going back at night. Well, you guys go. I have to go back and stay with Sasuke. Uchiha Izumi. Uchiha Shizue. Okay. Advertisement. Add in Itachi's heart. Sasuke is the most important thing. Shizue even thought maliciously that if things got out of hand in the future, Itachi might use Sasuke as a bargaining chip to destroy the family if he had the strength. It's very possible. Haha, I'm really thinking too much. Itachi is only Sangu. I don't know when I will open Mangekyou ring. Maybe I won't be able to open it in this life. So, where does the strength come from to do such a thing? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I must be thinking too much. Shizue smiled, feeling that his thoughts were ridiculous. Itachi is also the patriarch after all. How could he do such a stupid thing? I don't have that strength either. Maybe I am too tired and always think about what I have and what I don't have. I will go back later and try to see if I can offer Uchiha spring. After the experiment, I will have a good rest and sleep well. Ninjas also need plenty of sleep. Okay, it was such a happy decision. Night. Naruto and Akimaki Cha ring Jishikamaru. They eat and drink. Naruto eats a lot due to his physique, and Akimaki Cha ring is no exception. The two ate like crazy, and Shikamaru's eyelids twitched as he watched. These two people, with the tip of the needle facing the wheat on, made it. Next to him, the Taoist priest who was the waiter was all smiles when he saw this, and Shendu's eyes softened a lot when he looked at Naruto. Real. How can a person who can eat so much have a bad mind? Those people know how to spread rumors. People who like to eat and can eat have good personalities. You see, our Akamaki family has a very good temper. We must talk about it when we get home, to justify Uzumaki Naruto's name, and we can't let him be slandered like this again. Nine Tails wants to cry but has no tears. What the hell, I want to eat too. It looks delicious. The misty blue smoke, the sizzling barbecue, sucking. Advertisement. Add calm. When I go home, I can enjoy Naruto grilled fish and fried snails. Naruto, why aren't you Hokage? If you are Hokage, I would be able to come out openly. Nine Tails shout. Then his eyes rolled, and he suggested solemnly, why don't you use that Nine Tails mode? How about usurping the throne directly? Not so good. Naruto rolled his eyes. Although with the full support of Nine Tails, he could sweep the entire Konoha village, but really, there is no need for it. He doesn't like fighting. He likes to hang on, and then develop silently until he is invincible. Although I can use the Nine Tails mode now, it can be regarded as invincible in disguise. But it is not safe. Wait until I go to the Holy Land sometime and get Sage mode. No, the best 6 paths mode is also turned on. This is insurance. After eating and drinking well, Naruto returned home rubbing his belly after being kindly sent off by the Akamaki clan. I ate very full and comfortable today. But it costs a lot, so I will invite you back next time, so I can't take advantage of others like this. Hurry up and grill fish and stir-fry snails. I'm almost starved to death. As soon as they got home, Nine Tails urged, it's just enough to digest. Gan. Naruto curled his lips and chuckled. Come out, give me a hand. Nine Tails. Really? There is no such thing as a free lunch in the world, and you know it. Advertisement. But I got used to it. These days it often comes out to help and help. Such a warm life is not bad. Just like Yukina Uzumaki and Namake's Minato back then. I'm not a bitch. Nine Tails cursed secretly, and calmly went up to help. At the same time, after returning home, Itachi couldn't calm down anymore, and went to find his dear Odaodu. He can't wait. Only Shizue and Izumi were left speechless. Let's go and try. Oh, Queen nodded. Is it finally about to start? She is really curious. Does the so-called god really exist? What would it look like if it existed? I don't know if I can see the god in their mouths. With anticipation, Izumi and Shizue came to an open space. Shizue nodded slightly to Izumi, then closed his eyes and began to pray. God of the contract, I would like to dedicate a beautiful female ninja slave as the servant of the god, and listen to the hearts of the believers. The godhead beat violently. Naruto, what's the situation? You put the ball on here. It's jumping so violently. Listening intently, Naruto's expression changed in an instant, which was extremely exciting. This godhead must be sick. The dance is so joyful and intense. Am I that kind of person? What kind of ninja world joke? But Uchiha Izumi's words. Naruto thought of that quiet, delicate little beauty. The little beauty with a beauty mark. It is also a black long straight. Naruto fell into deep thought, and began to respond to Shizui's sacrifice for a long time. Chapter 44 Always feeling being tricked! The paper fluttered and suddenly appeared in front of Shizui Izumi. Queen was stunned. She didn't see how this paper appeared at all, so there is only one possibility, and that is space ninjutsu. Gan, is there really a god? Queen was dumbfounded. Shizui almost jumped up excitedly, took the paper in a hurry, took a closer look, and there was a light in his eyes. A-1 paper contractor. Equivalent exchange. Children are not deceived. Sign your name. Your whole body and mind will belong to me. Don't betray, otherwise you will be obliterated. A-. The cold words appeared on the paper. Shizui was silent, then handed the paper to Uchiha Izumi, and said helplessly, "This is up to you, if you want to sign, if you don't want to forget it." Shizui smiled dryly. When things came to an end, he suddenly flinched. Who knows what kind of existence the so-called god is? The right to choose this thing should be left to Queen himself. None of them can call the shots for others. Queen silently took the paper and looked at it carefully. Your heart and soul belong to someone else. Queen froze for a moment. It's easy to say that they can't betray. These ninjas have been instilled with these ideas since they were young, and they are used to it. And if there is a god, who would betray? There are not enough chips for betrayal. Being able to send the note to them silently, even Uchiha Shizui couldn't find anything. It can be imagined that this god is not a good person. So here comes the problem. To sign or not to sign. If you sign it, you really do not belong to yourself, but to God. If you don't sign, advertisement. Queen was silent. Now she also sees the actions of the Uchiha clan, but she is of mixed race, and her father is not Uchiha's. Although seeing the tragic death of relatives during the Nine Tails Rebellion opened his eyes, his own strength is not very strong. In this family, he is not qualified to talk about anything. But she also doesn't want too much conflict between the village and the family. In her small heart, she also knew that this was not good, and that it would give people an opportunity to take advantage of it. No matter who was damaged, the strength of Konoha village would decline again. So broken bar. Queen smiled, very softly. Brother Shizui, apostrophe. Okay, if you can give up me, an insignificant person, and get your answer, I am willing. Shizui felt a little uncomfortable. What a good girl. She was sent away by him in the end. This time, I don't know what the future holds. Don't worry, didn't you say the maid? It shouldn't be a big problem. Queen took the pen in Uchiha Shizui's hand and signed his name. The handwriting is elegant, and the handwriting is just like the person, beautiful and beautiful. The contract takes effect. A. The cold handwriting appeared, and Queen was surprised to find that there was a slight connection between her and God, and this connection. He looked at somewhere in Konoha village in a daze. It's downtown. God is in Konoha village? Queen was dumbfounded. She had thought of many possibilities just now, but the only thing she hadn't thought about was that God was so ignorant, actually in Konoha village. Could it be that he is traveling the world? Hey, are you okay? Uchiha Shizui looked at Izumi belatedly. He was waiting for Izumi to be sent away, but nothing happened. Advertisement. Oh, it's okay, I'm now God's handmaid. Queen came back to his senses and shook his head. It's just that I don't know what the situation is now, so God told me to stay here and take me away when the right opportunity comes. Shizui breathed a sigh of relief. That's fine too. So, should my question be answered? Shizui picked up the paper, and an answer did appear on it. It works. Shizui, Gan. Just for these two words, I sacrificed my own people. What is the difference between me and those people? Shizui was silent. He didn't know why he was like this. But if only one person is sacrificed, Shizui thinks he will do it again. Does even God approve of that? Uzumaki Naruto as Hokage? But it's very difficult. I see, this is the test. The answer is given to you, and you can figure out the rest. Whether it succeeds or not depends on your means, so I don't care. That's probably what it means. I see. At this moment, Shizui was more determined than ever. It's just another Hokage, no big deal. God's answer gave him a reassurance, allowing him to go on with more determination, although this answer seems very unreliable. So what? He and Itachi are going to pull a few people over, so it might not be impossible. Shizui looked in the direction of Hyuga's house. Before, the two families have created a hostile relationship, so now, it's time to find the patriarch of the Hyuga family. Advertisement. Thinking about it, they don't want the third generation to still occupy the latrine and stop shitting. Brother Shizui, I'm leaving first. Seeing Shizui meditating on the spot, Queen smiled softly and left slowly. In this direction? Following the guidance of the followers, Izumi walked slowly on the streets of Konoha village. The crowds came and went in twos and threes. Izumi walked firmly and came to a Kairaku ramen shop. Saw the little boy with flying blonde hair. According to the guidance, he is the so-called god. In an instant, Quain's expression at this moment was extremely wonderful. I almost vomited blood in my heart. Isn't this Uzumaki Naruto, who is a god? Do not make jokes. It always feels like a lot of them have been played. But when he thought that he had already signed the contract, Quain became even more depressed. He walked over to Naruto's side and wanted to open his mouth to ask, but he couldn't. Yo, hello, little beauty. Naruto raised his hand in greeting. Quain was speechless, so he brought a bowl of ramen with his hand, and then asked in a low voice, God, apostrophe. Why, not like. Naruto smiled lightly and didn't say much. God needs majesty? Ah, I don't think so. He still likes to be easygoing. If you have absolute strength, even if you're easygoing, you will still be in awe of those who should be in awe. This is the benefit of strength. Those fake Naruto don't like it either. Now there is only one problem that he can't figure out. Is he really a small pervert, and even his godhead is affected by him? Looking Quain up and down, Naruto has to admit that this person is very handsome. Quain was stared at a little unnaturally. She thinks that Naruto is not a god, but a little kid who has the limit of blood inheritance. Ask for flowers apostrophe comma chapter 45 patriarch, let's discuss? Naruto smiled slightly. God, it should not be counted at the moment. Have you ever seen such a god who has no face? His own strength is too bad, but that was in the past. Now, he should be steadily ring-in. 5-year-old ring-in. It is estimated that few people believe it because he just obtained Quain's ability. Yes, Quain's whole body and mind belong to him, and of course some abilities were also acquired by him. At that time, Naruto was shocked, and there was such an operation. Then make a more contract with yourself. Wouldn't you be able to walk sideways? Unfortunately, it turned out not to be possible. Godhead is also very picky. Well, it is indifferent to those who are not liked by the master of Godhead. Very picky. Naruto, apostrophe. Stonehammer, I am really a small pervert. I likes beautiful women. Sad. This is my fault, but I will never review it. Naruto swore viciously. Quain looked at Naruto curiously. She really didn't expect that the so-called god was actually Naruto, but now that the contract has been signed, she has no choice but to make a mistake. Besides, is Naruto's strength really that bad? Izumi didn't think so when he knew that Naruto was a god. Couldn't Shizui see something? Since he didn't see it, then he could know that Naruto was not bad. I'm probably just ring-in now. Naruto speaks the truth. Quain was shocked when he heard the words, and was dumbfounded. What the hell? 5-year-old ring-in, are you kidding me? But looking at Naruto's appearance, it's obvious that he doesn't bother to lie, so that means it's true. Terrible. Quain didn't come back to his senses for a long time. His expression was very complicated. Advertisement. I'll sign some contracts for you when you go back, Naruto said with a smile. As my maid, how can she be too weak? Anyway, she is one of her own. Quain's ability improvement can also be fed back to himself. For example, Izumi opened Mange Kie ring today, and he can also gain abilities, which is very cool. Quain nodded. They were all sacrificed anyway, but it seems that the result is not bad now. Quain walked away in a daze. She can't sit with Naruto for too long. It's too conspicuous. Uchiha is being watched, and he is getting together with Naruto. What do you want to do? Want to unleash 9 tails again? Therefore, after hearing what Naruto said, Izumi understood, ate ramen in silence, then paid the money, got up and left. As for the future, she doesn't know now. I just hope Naruto has a solution. She can only trust. This world is too mysterious. Back home, looking at the girly bedroom, Quain smiled wryly. This may really be the boundary of blood successor, but his strength is really strong. Besides, it's very ambitious. Want to be Hokage? How long has the layout been? This thought is simply creepy. How old is he? And he has such a scheming at such a young age. They have all been deceived. Poof. Naruto, who was going home, sneezed and touched his nose subconsciously. Who is talking about me again? Apostrophe. If he knew Quain's thoughts, he would probably feel very wronged. God is pitiful. He didn't think so much at all. He just let nature take its course, and it will be done when it happens. He has always been very salty fish. Okay? The result is that the more salty the fish, it seems that the benefits will come to your door. This wave, Shizui is awesome. Send him a little beauty, and improve his strength. Advertisement. It's decided, this person should be focused on. Cool. You boy, why did you close my 5 senses? 9 tails let out a foul breath, and said helplessly, we are friends now. so there is nothing we can't believe. Naruto smiled without saying a word. 9 Tails. Forget it. He doesn't quite understand Naruto's thoughts. It's better to live in the present. Fried snails are delicious, and grilled fish is delicious. Your kid's craftsmanship is really nothing to say. Naruto's smile froze and his expression changed. Have you finished eating? 9 Tails smiled foolishly. Accidentally. Gan. Naruto almost vomited blood. Rush. Hyuga's house. Hyuga Hiyashi, who was lying on the rocking chair, suddenly stood up with a serious expression. Who? I. The figure of Uchiha Shizui slowly stepped out of the darkness. Uchiha Shizui? Hyuga Hiyashi was surprised. Why did you come to my house? If you have anything to ask the patriarch. Hyuga Hiyashi was silent. Find me? It's definitely not a good thing that you, someone from Uchiha, came to Hyuga's house to look for me, and you were sneaky. I came here with sincerity. Shizui smiled faintly. Isn't the patriarch of the Hyuga family going to listen to me? You say. Hyuga Hiyashi is non-committal. There is really nothing to say about the Hyuga family and the Uchiha family. They are both pupil art families. Although some of them are for outsiders to see, there are also quite a few of them that are really unpleasant to see. Advertisement. Ad in the same field, there must always be you and me. Result. Uchiha's daimyo is even more so. Under such circumstances, how could you feel better? I have a plan. Uchiha Shizui's eyes sparkled, and he couldn't stop talking. I want to change Hokage. Puff. Hyuga Hiyashi, who was drinking water leisurely, couldn't hold back when he heard this, and sprayed out a sip of water, staring at Shizui in front of him with a gaping mouth. It took a long time before he asked in a nasty voice, are you a joker sent by the enemy? Also change Hokage. Is Hokage so easy to change? Just open your mouth. If Hokage was so easy to change, he would have done it long ago. Hempeggs. If it weren't for the god of contract, his younger brother would have burped a long time ago. Just like this, his sense of third generation could be much better. If he didn't turn his face on the spot, he knew he couldn't beat him. Just look at Uchiha. No play. There is still a good chance for us to join forces. Shizui looked up. His scarlet eyes gleamed with a seductive light. Hyuga Hiyashi was taken aback for a moment, then gasped. As the saying goes, the person who knows you best is not your friend, but your enemy. Hyuga's family will also collect some information about Uchiha, so he knows what Shizui's situation represents. Is this Mange-kie ring? Hyuga Hiyashi's voice was dry. You turned on Mange-kie ring. Lucky. Hyuga Hiyashi shook his head. There is no fluke in this thing, and it will never be opened without experiencing the most pain in the world. That is to say, only the most important person can open it. Think about the condition. Hyuga Hiyashi looked at Shizui with a hint of pity. Chapter 46 Naruto's plan. What happened to open your eyes? Well, let me ask you, even if you change Hokage, who do you want to change? Let's not talk about the rest. There are not many people who can become Hokage in Konoha village now, and Kakashi is still a bit short, but you can say that it is not impossible to let him be. But if he remembers correctly, Kakashi is also from Hokage. And in his current state, do you think he would agree? Not Kakashi. Shizui shook his head. The Hokage candidate in my heart is someone else. Uzumaki Naruto. This. Hyuga Hiyashi was shocked. What a grudge. Man, Uzumaki Naruto is having a hard time now. You are going to push him on the edge of the knife and stab him. Moreover, he is still so young and has just started to practice. Do you think this is appropriate? Shizui smiled. He silently took out the contract in his hand and shook it. Hyuga Hiyashi shrank when he saw the iconic paper in Shizui's hand. Could it be? He was shocked. This is impossible. Does even the god of contract think that Naruto can be Hokage? This is not a joke. Right now Naruto doesn't look like a Hokage. It doesn't mean you can be a Hokage because you are strong. Rather, you need to be approved by the villagers in your village to be a Hokage. To put it bluntly, he is a hero. Naruto can't do this, but the god of contract should not lie. That is to say, Naruto in the future may really have a chance to become Hokage. Advertisement. Adgan. It's outrageous. Is this a grassroots counterattack? Not many people in the village know Naruto's life experience at all, so it seems correct to say that he counterattacked from the grassroots. Yes, I have been confirmed, and my inner thoughts are very firm now. Hyuga Hiyashi was silent. There was already a storm in his mind. Suddenly, he thought of something, and a smile appeared on his face. If that's the case, I can try it. Hey? Shizui was surprised. He had thought about lobbying for a long time, so why did he agree so readily? But definitely not now. Hyuga Hiyashi looked serious. Now Naruto is too young. I need to see his shining point. Wait a few years. That's natural. At least wait until Naruto graduates. Then we have to wait 7 years. 7 years? It's really tough. but it's not impossible if we help each other. I don't care. The key is that the conflict among you Uchiha will explode soon. Shizui. It was this that gave him a headache, and he didn't know what to do. You can think about it slowly. I want to know how many people know about your eyes. 3. Shizui thought for a while, then said, one is Uchiha Itachi, the other is Danzo, and then there is Hokage-sama. Hyuga Hiashi was speechless. Walking over, he patted Uchiha Shizui's shoulder earnestly, and said helplessly, I think so. Be careful Danzo. Advertisement. And what's wrong? It's unreliable. Don't you know his deeds? He did research behind his back. Do you think he won't want to have your eyes if you open his eyes? Uchiha Shizui's expression changed when he heard the words, and he smiled coldly. It's not me. They are not my opponents. Young people, self-confidence is a good thing, but if you are too confident, it is tantamount to courting death. Hyuga Hiashi gave Shizui a meaningful look, meaning, it's like now, don't you just not feel it when I poison you? Shizui was taken aback for a moment, then felt carefully and shook his head. I really didn't feel it. Just kidding, but I'm gonna kid you, Danzo. So, you'd better be careful. Seeing Shizui's face change, Hyuga Hiashi is enough. They are only partners in plastic plates now, and they may break up tomorrow. It can be said here that I have exhausted my benevolence, and it depends on Shizui's choice next. He doesn't interfere. Shizui was silent, and then left after discussing. Watching Uchiha Shizui leave, Hyuga Hiashi looked relaxed and didn't know what he was thinking. I said, you are so rich, do you have to change your place of residence? Back home, Nine Tails saw the not-so-spacious room, and Nine Tails couldn't afford to complain. You are also a great writer, and you are strong, so it's not too much to change to another place. At least the kind of single-family house. According to what you said, there must be a swimming pool and everything. This is life. What's the hurry? Let's be obscene for a while. TSK, if it were me, I would directly take Hokage's position. In the end, the strong are respected in this world. What a broken rule. If it's the first generation, he can make the rest obedient with just one word. Strong strength, high status. Advertisement. And what kind of salted fish do you want to be? If you want to live comfortably, then just be the supreme leader. In this way, no one will have a higher status than you. When the time comes, what you want to do will not be a matter of a word. Nine Tails babbled, eyes twinkling. Naruto was stunned when he heard the words, and fell into deep thought. Seemingly, Nine Tails has a point. Cough, let me think about it. Naruto withdrew his thoughts. We will talk about this matter later. The most critical issue at present is Shizui's issue. If nothing else, Shizui is dying. This innocent young man was overshadowed by Danzo, an old silver coin. It was fine to have one eye taken away, and he was washed away by the water, and even the body could not be found. Miserably messed up. Shizui can't die, so it needs to be calculated. Naruto tapped his fingers on the table, quietly thinking about how to avoid Shizui's death. Yes. Suddenly, Naruto's eyes lit up. He thought of a way. He started to write some plans, and sent them to Quain. Quain, who was taking a bath, suddenly saw a piece of paper floating, took it and saw that it was folded in two. One of them is a contract for myself. It basically means that you can improve Sharingan's pupil power by completing a small task. The other is a schedule. Write down the plan at this stage in detail above. When he saw the plan, Quain took a deep breath and was shocked. It has to be said that the owner really knows Uchiha well, and it took so long to formulate such a plan. And Quain calculated it, and it seemed feasible. Nubai. Chapter 47. Brother Shizui, kill yourself. Go again tomorrow. Getting up, wiping off the water stains on his body, Quain put on his pajamas, quietly thinking about the contract. She is already a member of Naruto, but it has not been made public yet. He can do whatever he wants. Recalling Naruto's appearance carefully, she suddenly found that Naruto is quite handsome. Strong and handsome. With such a strong blood inheritance boundary, future achievements are limitless. Such a person is perfect for a girl. It doesn't look bad. Quain hugged the quilt and smiled sweetly. Then, follow the contract tomorrow and start improving your strength. In the past, she also worked very hard, but she couldn't see the future. Now, she can see the future. In this way, why not seize the future? There is no doubt that Naruto will be very powerful in the future. She does not want to be a vase. If possible, she also wants to follow, and also wants to see where Naruto can go. First generation. Maybe it will go beyond the past. Sleep, go find brother Shizui tomorrow. Quain whispered, covered the quilt, and fell into a deep sleep. Naruto stood at the window, watching the feasting lights. This is Konoha village under the night, and Naruto's heart is surging. He found that people's ideas often change, such as now. Oh, it's actually not bad. In a blink of an eye, the next day came. Advertisement. Quinn came to the door energetically. Uchiha Shizui was surprised. Izumi, you came so early, what's the matter? There is a plan that needs to be discussed with you. Shizui looked Izumi up and down, and suddenly found that she had more confidence and less humbleness, which made Izumi exude a different charm. People who are confident will not be bad. What happened? Did it happen yesterday? Shizui stopped talking, but expressed his meaning very clearly. Quinn nodded and whispered, yes, so I'll discuss it with you. Shizui was excited. Am I recognized? It feels so good to be recognized by God. Tell me in detail. Moving 2 stools, Shizui tactfully did not sit by the spring, but just sat aside, looking at the spring curiously. Brother Shizui, kill yourself. Quinzu's lips parted slightly, and she spit out softly, go kill yourself. Let Itachi activate Mange Kie ring. What? Uchiha Shizui was dumbfounded. Looking at Izumi Uchiha's understatement, he really wants to ask now, what gave you the illusion to make you say such words so lightly? Do you know how heavy the meaning of suicide is to such a light word? Do not misunderstand. Quinn pursed his lips. It's a fake. I was scared to death. Shizui's heart fell instantly when he raised it, and he looked at Quinn with a wry smile. I said, sister, don't pant so much when you talk anyway. Scaring people will scare people to death. Quinn smiled mischievously. I only know that Brother Shizui has a very strong heart. You can't joke like this when you are strong. Let's talk about it. Glancing at Quinn angrily, Shizui was not angry, but happy inside. This is the talent of his Uchiha clan. Advertisement. It seems that sacrificing the spring is not a bad thing. On the contrary, it is a good thing. He said, Danzo will find a way to get your Sharingan, because the distinguished heavenly gods are really terrible. Quinn said something, then looked at Shizui curiously, and asked in a low voice, what are distinguished heavenly gods? They look very powerful. Shizui smiled. This is one of my favorite places. So he talked about his ability. Now that Quinn is his own person, he won't hide it. After hearing what Shizui said, Izumi was really shocked. How could there be such a terrifying ability in this world? If you change a person's will, wouldn't you be able to make him your slave, taking whatever you want? It's just too scary. At the same time, Quinn also understood why Naruto said that Danzo would not let Uchiha Shizui go with this ability, but no one is worried about the high-level people. That's right. What he meant was that you should be careful at that time, and by the way, put on a scene, close your eyes, and then jump off the waterfall to let Itachi activate Mange Kie ring. Wait until Itachi stabilizes and appear in front of him. As for Uchiha, wait until a few years later, so that's fine. Shizui thought about this method carefully, and found out with horror. This is entirely based on the direction of the development of things without knowing it, and the success rate is very high. If so, wouldn't his Uchiha clan have 2 strong Mange Kie ring? If this happens, the chances of winning have improved a lot. As expected of the god of contract, Shizui breathed out lightly. Only worship and awe remained in his heart. This is calculating people's hearts, but Quinn's short words have exhausted the greatest possible development direction of the cause. This is too scary. At the same time, he was also a little complacent, and praised what he did yesterday. This matter must be kept a secret from Itachi, and if there are no accidents, that guy Danzo will do it. Izumi, so I will trouble you for these years. Advertisement. It's okay, this is what I should do. Shizui nodded. If it was just his own feeling, he would still say that it was an illusion. What Hyuga Hiashi said yesterday just caused a wave of waves in his heart. But what Quinn brought today was like a bell ringing, deafening. Uchiha Shizui woke him up. He is also a smart person, but he is trapped by obsession. Now that his thoughts are clear, Shizui only feels comfortable and laughs. It's just that acting needs to work hard, and it can't be a failure. I trust Brother Shizui. Quinn pursed his lips and smiled. For some reason, she wanted to see Naruto, but she also knew that now was not the time. So be it. Shizui's eyes flickered. Now wait for Danzo to do it. Okay. The years go by. Half a year passed quickly. In the past 6 months, nothing major has happened, and everything seems to be following the original track. Since he knew some functions of Godhead, Naruto stopped making those contracts, but kept refining chakra and integrating it into Tailed Beast chakra. In order to distinguish, Naruto aptly named his ability, Inner Force. 9 Tails said that this name is very strange, not as nice as the Tail Beast chakra, but helpless. The slender arms couldn't beat the thighs, so I had no choice but to admit it. As for Izumi, I haven't seen him a few times in half a year, and I always send messages by letter. In this way, he has become a lot more proficient in the use of space ability. And this day, Heavy Rain. Chapter 48 Shizui's acting skills, Thunder and Lightning. Violent wind and rain. The terrible gust of wind blew the big tree to the side. The heavy rain poured down, and a figure ran wildly under the heavy rain. This is a very handsome young man. At this moment, he looks very embarrassed, with drops of blood continuously slipping from his eye sockets, dripping as he runs, and blending into the heavy rain. Suddenly, the young man stomped his feet, and in front of him was a cliff with a huge waterfall below it, rumbling loudly. Especially in this heavy rain weather, the waterfall is even more terrifying. Ahem, cough. As expected, Shizue coughed, acting more realistically. For this reason, he also stole the Sharingan stored in the family, which was confiscated by Danzo. Appropriately using some illusions, Danzo didn't notice at all. I really thought I had taken my mange kie ring. Now I barely got rid of Danzo's pursuit. How cruel, Danzo, can such a village be saved? Shizue covered his face. The heavy rain was pouring on him, he could hardly see the way in a daze. I have to close my eyes later, I'm really exhausted. Fortunately, Izumi has learned a lot of medical ninjutsu recently. Shizue didn't expect that Queen's talent in this area is really good. In the past half a year, her strength has improved rapidly. Good guy. He was a little envious. Originally, it was just a general talent, but after following the god of contract, his strength improved rapidly. Brother Shizue. With a thrill, Itachi appeared not far away, looking at Shizue with a slightly terrified expression in his eyes. Shizue is a very powerful ninja, and the instant Shizue is even more popular in the ninja world, but it is such a ninja who is squatting in front of him at this moment, with blood flowing and his whole body crumbling. Danzo, so ruthless. Itachi came here after receiving a hint of wind, but it turned out to be too late. Advertisement. It's a weasel. Shizue was shaky, his body was shaking, his face was pale, he coughed a few times, and said with a wry smile, I was careless. I never thought that Danzo would come out like this. My life is passing, Itachi. I will leave the rest to you. A balance must be found between the village and the family. If possible, I would not hesitate to change Hokage. This is for you. Shizue gritted his teeth, closed his eyes and handed them to Itachi, then smiled freely. I'm leaving, the rest of the way depends on you. After finishing speaking, Shizue turned around decisively and jumped off the cliff, submerged in the rumbling and rushing river. Not even a sound came out, or it was covered up by a huge roar. Itachi stared blankly at the scene in front of him, and scenes flashed in his mind. It's all Shizue and his happy images. In the whole Uchiha clan, apart from Sasuke, even Fugaku and Mikoto are not as deep as Shizue. Sasuke first, Shizue second. Nothing wrong. However, now, this teacher and friend is dead. Died in the calculations of Konoha village higher-ups. Itachi was very sad and panicked inside. Even though he was not very good at expressing his emotions, at this moment, he suddenly felt a heart-piercing pain. Why? Itachi whispered, and the three-pointed jade in the eyes emerged and spun rapidly. Why? With a roar, Itachi's whole body seemed to have transformed. The three hook jades were linked together in an instant, turning into a strange pattern. Mange kie ring. Cheng. Advertisement. Itachi stood up, held the bloody eyes, remained silent, did not send a glance, and his heart gradually changed from confusion to firmness. The people in the family are like this, and now even the people in the village are fighting each other like this. How can we truly coexist peacefully? Itachi gradually walked away. Brother Shizue, are you alright? Cough. It's okay, let's get an ordinary Sharingan first, and put the eyes on Itachi first. Sorry for the trouble. Shizue was soaked, leaning against a house while Izumi was healing his wounds. This time he really paid for it. But he also managed to escape the knot. Lie down, I'll treat you as soon as possible. Your injury is quite serious. Ha ha ha, I feel it. Itachi has opened his eyes, and he may have to trouble you in a few days. It's fine. Queen pursed his lips, silently helped Shizue heal. The next thing is to wait. I want to dilute my existence. If the lights are dark, I will disguise myself and appear in Konoha village as a businessman. TSK, I have never been a businessman in my life. Thinking about the next few years, I will need to use this identity to travel all over the world. I am looking forward to it. Shizue clicked his tongue. For the family, for Konoha, he has not enjoyed it for a long time. But the goal is no longer confused, and now the whole person is very relaxed. Itachi was fooled by you. True or false, this is the only way to deceive this man. Ruthless. Naruto was speechless when he learned what happened from Izumi. At that time, he just suggested that how they do it depends on the direction of the matter. It doesn't look much different now, but the difference is huge. Advertisement. Shizue is not dead, and the future direction is uncertain, but the future is created by oneself, isn't it? And one cannot rely on the illusory future orientation. Just right, he can get some more information back. Uchiha Shizui's combat power is still very strong, which is a great help. Now look at the weasel. Probably the same option. However, what kind of expression will he have when he sees Shizui appearing in front of him alive in a few days? TSK, looking forward to that scene. Is it the joy of the reunion of the brothers, or the anger of being deceived, and then a big fight? Damn it, I just snatched one. Danzo was furious and was ordering people to speed up the search for Shizui's figure. Live to see people, die to see corpses. He has another Sharingan that he must get. Shizui's strength is so strong, and the body flicker technique really surprised me. HMPH, the Uchiha clan. Danzo snorted coldly. At this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen was also furious. Shizui. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked ugly. Such a powerful fighter died just because of Danzo's selfishness. The fighting power of Konoha village has dropped a lot. If this continues, where is the future of Konoha village? Asshole! Chapter 49. Itachi, you plot against me. Shizui is dead. Hyuga Hiashi was shocked when he received the news, and then smiled wryly. Half a year ago, Shizui vowed to change Hokage. Fortunately, he was just on the sidelines, occasionally doing a small favor within his capacity, without getting involved too much. Pity. It's a pity for Hyuga Hiashi. He is still looking forward to the moment when Shizui succeeds. But now with the death of a person, everything is settled and there is no play. It's really a pity. Hyuga Hisashi changed his face and didn't go out much. Now people outside don't know that he is still alive. Every day he tries to teach Neji Gentle Fist and other basics. Neji didn't let her down neither. His strength improved very quickly. He is a good talent. It's a pity. He is a branch house. But now he is very satisfied. It is better than death. Of course he also knows about Shizui, but what can he do? It's a pity. Life has to go on. Yes, what a pity. Hyuga Hiashi dropped a son, and the kill was inextricable. In Uchiha's home, Uchiha Fugaku sat silently cross-legged at the gate of his small courtyard, with a calm expression, not knowing what he was thinking at all. Uchiha Mikoto came over with tea and put it beside Fugaku, with a sad look on his face. Shizui is such a good kid, he just died like this. Did you find out anything? Although Mikoto doesn't pay much attention to the affairs of the village, it doesn't mean she doesn't know anything. Anyway, I often went out to do tasks before, and my inner sensitivity is not weaker than others. Fugaku smiled dryly. What's going on? I can't help it. This patriarch is really aggrieved. For the sake of the village and family, he took the initiative to hide his strength, otherwise those people would be even more clamoring. Fugaku sneered. Now those who were clamoring before are so frightened that they don't dare to go to parties these days. Wicked people still need to be grinded by wicked people. As the patriarch, I can't even balance it. You did your best. Advertisement. Yeah, Shizui's death should almost extinguish their ambitions. Fugaku whispered. The heart is extremely unwilling. By the way, where's Itachi? In the room. He was the saddest about Shizui's accident. Usually they are the best, and they often walk together. I remember that there was another girl who walked very close to them. You can ask her to comfort her. I will. Thinking of Uchiha Izumi, Mikoto was taken aback for a moment, and then a smile appeared on his face. That girl is working hard. I have paid attention to it, and she is also a good match for Itachi. Yes, Fugaku was taken aback when he heard that, and also showed a smile. In short, the news of Shizui's death touched the hearts of the entire Konoha village ninjas. Some of them probably guessed something, but many thought it was the enemy's shot, and trembled with anger. When Konoha village is like a soft persimmon, anyone can come to bully. Is this still the Konoha village they know? Back in the day, when first generation and the others were still there, who dared to beep, that would be courting death. Not to mention first generation, for example, Hatake Tsukumo. If the legendary Sannin and the others are around, who would dare to act wildly? What is this? They don't understand. Some people think about it carefully, and suddenly become alarmed, and keep silent. Can't be said, can't be said. Over the years, the powerhouses who died were inexplicable. For example, Hatake Tsukumo, a man who is so iron-blooded, a man stronger than Sannin, would commit suicide. It's just ridiculous. It's impossible to become famous with such a bad mentality. Advertisement. I'd think about horror. Anyway, let's see. The atmosphere in Konoha village is tense. Walking on the street, suddenly feeling very depressed, Naruto smiled coldly. It's really interesting. That's natural. This incident was a sensation. People outside probably also received the news. They followed your Konoha village as an example and kept chasing and sprinting. These are things are not for us to meddle in now. Let's just live on our own. Naruto smiled lightly. Still the same sentence. When the sky falls, there is a tall man supporting it. Besides, the sky is falling and it has something to do with those tall people. so you just bear it. Fortunately, Kirigakure couldn't draw his hand, otherwise it is estimated that the Fourth Ninja World War will really start. A few years later, Orochimaru dared to cooperate with Tsunogakure's people to implement the Konoha collapse plan. If it weren't for Sarutobi Hiruzen's sacrifice, Konoha village might really be wiped out. In a few years, a man named Nagato sent a spiral ascension. Konoha village blew up again. In a few years, a man named Oetsatsuki came, and if Naruto didn't get in the way, it would almost be another bombing. This is Konoha village, and if you want to be famous, fry Konoha village. It is conceivable that with the death of first generation, second generation, how exaggerated the loss of Konoha village's cards is. It was simply invisible. Ignoring the hurrying pedestrians on the road, Naruto went to buy some food, vegetables and fruits, and then turned and went home. He just ignored everything that happened in Konoha village now. It's nothing to do with me, and I don't worry about it. This is your death, nothing to do with me. I just watch the show quietly and watch you die. Advertisement. I almost bought some melon seeds and moved a small bench to the Hokage office building to eat melon seeds. Quain, you're here. Itachi's face was expressionless, and his whole body exuded an aura of indifference. Uchiha Izumi nodded, then pursed his lips and smiled. Maybe you can go and see this place. Itachi looked up suspiciously at Quain. You can still laugh at this moment. There is something wrong. Hey, I'm leaving first. I haven't finished today's task. If you want to go, it's best not to let anyone know. Hearing this, a light flashed in Itachi's eyes. Could it be? If that's the case, Shizui, just wait for me. The indifferent Itachi almost vomited blood. Quain reluctantly showed a sad expression, and walked away depressed, and Itachi also walked out depressed. Okay, he is really depressed. Who would have thought that Shizui would fool everyone? No. It cannot be said to be a lie, it can only be said to be the result of half pushed and half made. So, brother Shizui, you've already started planning. Whoever taught you didn't even call me. Subconsciously touching his eyes, Itachi suddenly realized. Mange ring, is it all for him? If that's the case it makes sense. 1 Uchiha and 2 Mange ring, this strength is enough to be dreadful. What a precise calculation, brother Shizui is really amazing. Itachi praises. He was going to beat up Shizui, and he almost killed him to the root. Chapter 50 School starts. Shizui, with a roar, seeing Shizui living well and reading a book there relaxed and happy, Itachi couldn't hold back anymore, and rushed up with a roar. Shizui relaxed after being punished severely by Itachi, and said with a smile, "Give me back my eyes." "For you." Itachi flicked it, and an eyeball flew out. Shizui took it calmly, and he planned to let Quain put his eyes on him tomorrow. For them, buttonholes are normal, and it has happened countless times in history. In this aspect, their pupil technique family is uniquely endowed, and no one can match it. Who made you calculate like this? It's too fine. Itachi asked. He was curious. Shizui is not such a powerful person. He never thought about it. Shizui hissed and chuckled. Itachi Mingwu. He realized and was shocked at the same time that God of Contract is so terrifying that he has calculated to this point. Then what is his next plan? This time he should let me know. Shizui spread his hands. This plan is because he gave us a sacrifice to Quain to help, and it will be up to us in the future. Itachi, Gan. He still wants to meet him. So what do we do next? You keep acting like I'm dead, and then do what you have to do. Me, of course I'm going to lurk around Naruto and keep him safe at all times. No matter what his future is, his identity really cannot be ignored. This is probably why the God of Contract thinks that it is possible to be a Hokage. Naruto's identity is indeed special. Jinchuriki is the son of the 4th generation and the direct descendant of the 3rd generation. This identity resistance will really be much less. Advertisement. Ad certainly, this is relative. Jinchuriki is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing. Now there is a lot of gossip about Naruto in the village, but Naruto doesn't care. That's fine. I've been training myself in Anbu for the past few years, and by the way, get familiar with the ability of eyes. Well, be careful, don't expose me. Those people in the village are all good people. It's better for us to meet less in the future. It is good. So be it. Shizui waved his hand. Goodbye. I hope we can really see that day. We'll see. Itachi turned and left. His back was bleak. Spring goes to winter, and more than a year has passed in the blink of an eye. Konoha's 55th year. Spring. Everything is revived, the drizzle is fluttering, and there are bursts of spring thunder. The time passes so fast. Naruto took a vegetable basket in his hand and strolled leisurely on the streets of Konoha village. His complexion was slightly yellow, and his bronzed skin looked very healthy. During these times, he will go out to exercise. I don't want to be strong, but I want my body not to rust. Over time, it has become a habit, unshakable, rain or shine. In addition, Naruto can eat, and at the age of 7, he looks like a 10-year-old, with a youthful smile on his face. In Quain's words, Naruto's smile is very contagious. This smile makes people look very comfortable and want to get close. Speaking of Quain, she is also 12 years old and has begun to bloom. The little beauty has just grown up, like a blooming flower. I have to go to school tomorrow, and the days ahead will be sad. Nine Tails gloated. Yesterday Naruto received the notice from third generation, and he was numb at that time. It's time to come. He is 7 years old, and he is going to school. Advertisement. The next 5 years will basically be spent in school, but he doesn't know how strong he is now. For more than a year, I occasionally made some quiz contracts to deceive people, and deceived a lot of ninjutsu. Over time, Naruto didn't know how strong he was. In short, it is very strong. The use of space is even more outrageous. Now he can travel a long distance in space by himself, and paper can even cover the entire Konoha village and some surrounding fields. Go to school. Touching the admission notice in the ninja bag, Naruto smiled. It doesn't look bad. I'm enjoying school life. Exist. Nine Tails was surprised. What kind of life? Studying. Haha. Sleep. Nine Tails. Gan. In terms of emotion, your reading is to sleep, raise your posture, and take care of capital letters. Just kidding. Naruto shook his head, but I have learned the basics by myself, and I know what I should know. I don't need to study at all. It will be fine to get a shadow clone to go there. Nine Tails was shocked. You are awesome. You are amazing. Are you the first person to use shadow clone at the beginning of school, and you are not afraid of being smashed? What are you afraid of? Naruto calmly said. You don't understand the daily life of a top student. I really don't understand. Nine Tails smiled wryly, but also agreed with Naruto's words. Under the circumstances, it is enough to get a shadow clone in the past. When the shadow clone returns, what you have learned will also be fed back to the main body. This is why multiple shadow clone is a forbidden technique. The impact of memory is hard to resist. One is enough for most people, and a few more will be directly impacted into lunatics. This kind of thing abounds in the original. Multiple shadow clone has not been banned, so third generation directly banned it. Many forbidden ninjutsu exist in the sealed book. Advertisement. When you have the ability to be unique, when you have enough meritorious service, you can go to the third generation to apply for learning a forbidden technique. Overall, it's going to be an uneventful 5 years. I see. Go, let's make hot and sour Chinese cabbage. It's school tomorrow. Iuka, are you ready? Iuka, I said, Lord Third Hokage, can you not put Uzumaki Naruto in my class? He really wanted to say that, but wisely he didn't say it. He just nodded silently, with a slightly melancholy look on his face. Demon Fox. His relatives died in that battle back then, and now it is really difficult for him to face Naruto. I know it's difficult for you, but Iuka, you have to believe that the Demon Fox is the Demon Fox, and Naruto is Naruto, and the two cannot be confused. I see. Iuka nodded. I will try my best. It's up to you, the inheritor of the will of fire. I need your help. Iuka was speechless. Brainwashing again. They have been tired of hearing it all these years. The next day, Naruto yawned, distributed a shadow clone casually, and instructed the shadow clone, Au, go to school. Shadow clone, What can I do? I am just a clone. I can only obey orders. Just go. Anyway, tomorrow is another shadow clone. Thinking about it this way seems pretty good. Only 1 day of experience. Haha. Thinking of this, shadow clone happily went to school. The wrong chapter was sent. It has been modified. Chapter 51. Isn't it all about having eyes? Why is he so happy? Seeing this scene, Nine Tails was stunned. Good guy. I'm direct good guy. Even your main body is not that happy, but your shadow clone is very happy, going to school happily. Who are you on Earth? Or are you not the same person? Otherwise why is the polarization so serious? Incomprehensible. I do not know either. Naruto was also stunned, and he didn't understand. This can only be known when the shadow clone returns after school. Now he doesn't know either. That's it for now. Go fishing. Fishing again. Nine Tails howled. Why is it fishing again? I don't understand what you fishermen think. With a fishing rod, you can catch things where the sky is dark and the sun and the moon are dark. Even in summer, you are not afraid of bugs all over you at night. Then why don't you go fishing? Go and catch wild boars. Nine Tails was enthusiastic. There are so many forests around Konoha village. You can catch wild boars. Wild boars taste good. Naruto's face darkened, and he went to the forest again. There is nothing good about that place, but there are only wild animals. I heard from Shikamaru that there are also their medicine fields nearby. It is said that deer are also raised. It's no wonder that their family is so rich. Medicinal materials are really huge profits. Blood money. Advertisement. And it's sustainable. which is great. This is the same as the Akamaki clan and the Yamanaka clan, both have their own signs. The money is rolling in, and there is no need to worry about food and drink. Then let's go fishing. Nine Tails is gone. By the river, the clear river was flowing. Anbu and the root members quietly appeared not far away, watching quietly, and scolded Naruto bloody in his heart. Who the hell would have thought that this guy would use Shadow Clone on his first day of school, and they almost lost it. They couldn't believe it if their colleagues hadn't told them. Can you believe that a freshman can Shadow Clone? They have been following them all these years. How did Naruto know how to Shadow Clone? He didn't even learn the clone technique. He learned how to refine chakra. But now, a bewildering scene appeared. There was an Naruto at school. Here comes another Naruto. Obviously, this is the ontology. Gan. Where did you learn it? No, this matter must be reported to Hokage. The two had a tacit understanding and separated a shadow clone to report. What did you say? Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was watching Obito's secret, dropped his pipe directly on the ground, with a look of disbelief. You didn't lie to me, did you? Anbu member shook his head. I saw it with my own eyes. It wasn't my friend who told me that I foolishly followed Naruto to school. Suck. Sarutobi Hiruzen took a deep breath, only feeling his scalp go numb. He couldn't sit still anymore, and went straight to Naruto. He wants to ask how Naruto can shadow clone. The ninjutsu of shadow clone is not difficult, but he just can't understand it. It's too exaggerated. Coincidentally, Danzo was also dumbfounded. Advertisement ad. He is studying Sharingan. You told me that Naruto can shadow clone. You are kidding me? Just like Naruto, he knows what to do every day. Where did he learn ninjutsu? It doesn't matter if it will shadow clone. But looking at the swearing look of his subordinates, Danzo was silent. He suspects that Sarutobi Hiruzen is cheating, but he has no proof. Go and have a look. It didn't feel like a fake. Danzo threw away the work at hand and went straight to the river. On the way, when the two met, they were taken aback at the same time, and almost instantly understood each other's doubts. Together, the two nodded, and went to the river together, watching Naruto quietly by the side of a big tree, and then Sarutobi Hiruzen took out the telescope technique to look at the school. Really? Naruto is at school. Stone Hammer, Naruto will shadow clone. What a shocking news this is. Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo are numb. They couldn't understand when Naruto learned shadow clone technique. Hey, I'll go over and ask. Sarutobi Hiruzen had a dry cough. Since he couldn't figure it out, he simply went over and asked. Naruto is an honest child. This is the conclusion he has observed for so many years. As long as you ask, he will definitely tell the truth. Danzo hid in the dark, quietly waiting for Sarutobi Hiruzen's answer. Sarutobi Hiruzen was also unambiguous, walked over with a dry cough, looked at Naruto with a smile, and asked in a rather gentle tone, Naruto, why didn't you go to school and came here to fish? I got a clone to go over. Naruto rolled his eyes secretly. He knew you were coming a long time ago, so who is he pretending to be passing by casually? Avatar? Shadow clone? Sarutobi Hiruzen was confused, and then asked in shock, when did you learn shadow clone? Advertisement. Add this person. It's a pity not to become an actor. Nine Tails couldn't complain. If he hadn't known that Sarutobi Hiruzen had come a long time ago, and also knew that Naruto would shadow clone, he really felt that Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't know about it. As expected of being a Hokage for so many years, this facial expression is so proficient that it is outrageous. Isn't this something you can learn at a glance? It's very simple. Naruto was confused, and appropriately revealed a trace of shyness. I have watched a lot and learned a lot. Puff. Sarutobi Hiruzen almost vomited blood upon hearing this. You can learn it at a glance. You are kidding me? Except for Sharingan, how could there be such a monster in this world? But when I think of Naruto, I haven't learned it before, and I just look at it. Do you think your eyes are the distant relatives of Sharingan, so slippery? Sarutobi Hiruzen fell into a deep silence. He couldn't believe it, but he had to. The iron-like facts are here, so he can't help but not believe it. Suddenly feel very heart-stuffed. How much time and effort he spent in learning these ninjutsu back then, but people just took a look. Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo went back in a daze. I still can't believe it. Coming to the bottom of the Hokage office building, Danzo suddenly sighed. I hate Sharingan the most, and it's disgusting to copy. In front of Sharingan, the ninjutsu you used once is useless because people have learned. That's how effed up it is. Unless you are also a blood successor, you really don't have the qualifications to fight against it, unless your strength is very strong. In short, just fighting at the same level, Sharingan can restrain you to death. Chapter 52. This is my Jiraiya's strong enemy. Now, there is a more exaggerated one. There is no Sharingan, just an ordinary vortex physique, and the most special one is the identity of Jinchuriki. But you told me you learned it just by looking at it. Isn't this all too outrageous? Danzo couldn't afford to complain. Why is it not me who is so evil, but someone else? Inexplicably feel very sad. Hiruzen, what are you laughing at? When he came back to his senses and looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen, Danzo was surprised to find that this guy was actually smiling, and he was smiling so heartily. As for it, are you so happy? Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled, his face covered with chrysanthemums. Of course I'm happy. Naruto is also from our lineage, can't I be happy? Danzo. And I found that although our Konoha village is withered now, some geniuses and monsters will emerge from time to time. Kakashi, Itachi, Shizui, Minato, and now Naruto. It seems that Naruto is even more evil. You can learn it at a glance. Can you believe it? He didn't even know how many ninjutsu Naruto had secretly learned in the past few years. Just thinking about it made his scalp tingle. You are right. Danzo was speechless, then chuckled, but you spent a lot of his property. After speaking, Danzo walked away on crutches. Sarutobi Hiruzen was left alone, his face stiffened. Right, this matter will be exposed sooner or later. What will Naruto think at that time? If he thinks wrong, then what to do? No. Advertisement. Such an evildoer must let him deeply understand what the will of fire is. Sarutobi Hiruzen gradually became firm in his heart, and he wanted to continue to instill the will of fire in Naruto. Melancholy. Damn Danzo, I don't want to be happy for a while. Sarutobi Hiruzen returned to the office cursing, but soon smiled. Judging from Naruto's performance, he will basically not care about these details in the future. As for Naruto going to school with Shadow Clone, what does it matter? Even a monster has used Shadow Clone to go to school. Very good habit. It's just that Naruto is a bit too much. He used Shadow Clone when he first started school, but it's okay. Monsters always go their own way, so we need to be more tolerant. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Naruto in the crystal ball and laughed. In the future Konoha village, another strong person will be born, and he is still in his lineage. This is something to be happy about. Have a few drinks. You didn't see the faces of those two old guys. They were unpredictable and looked extremely funny. Nine Tails hiding inside Naruto laughed. I laughed so hard, their unbelievable looks. I guess I've never seen someone like you before. They originally thought you were an evildoer, but if you let them know that you are actually even more evildoer, I don't know what expression they will have. It is estimated to be wonderful. Naruto thought for a while, and said modestly, be calm, it's not the time yet. The corner of Ninetales' mouth twitched. In the past few years, he has understood that Naruto is very strange, and his strength has increased a lot from time to time. The chakra in his body is also growing steadily every day, and it is now a lot, the kind that can be used continuously without exhaustion. In addition, I learned a lot of ninjutsu. All in all, this product is very strong now. But that's it, he's still calm. Wrong. Advertisement. Adge has to be used to describe this guy. Others have already shown off your strength, but Naruto is good. It is not enough to say it modestly. He doesn't understand. What kind of strength do you need to feel enough? In 5 more years. Naruto thought about it, and waited until after graduation to talk about it. Now that you are breaking the sky, it must be Elite JA ring in. Naruto hasn't been out much, and he doesn't like fighting. Like now hiding in the dark to reap everything that is not good. And when you can't hold on, and then explode, this is your life plan. Look across. Naruto continued fishing, pointed to the fields on the other side of the river and said with a smile, what do you think of these fields? What you up to? How about farming? Nine Tails can't understand your thoughts. Ha ha ha, just kidding. Naruto laughed, but in his heart he still wanted to give it a try. Plant some sugar cane. Boring life, always need to find something to entertain. Playing mahjong with a few shadow clones alone is too boring. The game consoles are still full of games that are not very fun. TV is even more. Many do not like to watch. Cartoon? Hee hee. Many people can't see it. It's still boring after all. Naruto squinted, enjoying the warmth of the sun. At this time, some people are not beautiful inside. Jiraiya looked at the several books in his hands, all of which were Obito. What Obito's secret? Boy Obito. Advertisement. He flipped through them at random, and they were all beautiful and meaningful. This is a formidable enemy. Jiraiya's face was serious. Why is his speed so fast? Does he have so many inspirations in this regard? It seems that I have to travel around the world at a faster speed, otherwise I will lose the #1 throne in the world. No. Now it's already on the verge of collapse, and it's precarious. The key is that this person is still very mysterious, and his pseudonym is also very distinctive. Jiraiya looked at Naruto's pseudonym, lost in thought. Bad little Obito. So, what is the hatred? What is the grudge? Obito ate your rice, and he was so ruthless. He knew Obito, that little boy with a sunny face. But now he was smeared like this. Really, a very well-known book can lead many people's thinking. This is the power of rumors. Boom. Ah, shit. Jiraiya didn't pay attention, and was directly pulled in by the mysterious force, and came to a very strange place when she came to her senses. Jiraiya, isn't this Mount Mai-Ring-Boku? Speaking of which, he hasn't been here for a long time. It's not that I can't come, it's that I don't want to come. Fukasakushima and the two sages are so enthusiastic. The enthusiasm is unbearable. That kind of food. Thinking about it makes my scalp tingle. Jiraiya, the great toad sage is looking for you. Sento Fukasaku looked serious. This time even he felt something unusual. Great Toad Sage's tone was a bit confused. Looks like something big is going to happen in the future. Fukasakushima is deeply worried. Chapter 53 I am Obito again. Find me? Jiraiya scratched her head and laughed. Did the Great Toad Sage see who the boy in the future clip is? Let's go. I'll go and have a look. I also miss him a lot. This is a real old birthday star. It is incredible to think about a toad that has lived for thousands of years. Great Toad Sage, here comes little Jiraiya. When you come to the palace where the Great Toad Sage lives, you can see the huge toad when you look up. Its old face is covered with ditches, which are the traces of time. Oh little Jiraiya, how old you are? Jiraiya, apostrophe. Not everyone is a monster who can live as long as you. Oh, forgot, you are human. The human beings I know are at most 100 years old. Hey, your lifespan is too short. Great Toad Sage sighed, and then said, this time, the part of me sleeping has changed a lot. Konoha village is going to have an accident. What happened? Jiraiya's face changed slightly upon hearing this, and she was a little nervous. Although he left Konoha village to wander around, it wasn't that he didn't like Konoha village. Once Tsunade left, he didn't have much interest in staying there. Second, if he stays there, he will be called a strong man, and he will be a Hokage, which is not the life he wants. Come 3, I need to find materials. In the past 4 days, he was looking for the Son of Destiny who was playing with the tailed beast. Because Konoha village is much weaker when he wants to come, but the 2 of the 3 are still wandering around the world, and they will go back if they really fight. This is inevitable. Even though Konoha is much weaker now, the emaciated camel is bigger than the horse, so it won't get to this point. But he never expected that when Great Toad Sage approached him, the moment he opened his mouth, that Konoha village was about to experience major changes. Advertisement. I'd have no idea. Jiraiya. In short, it's an earth-shaking change, and the specific fragments are not shown. Great Toad Sage had some self-doubt, and said in a very uncertain tone, it's completely different from what I predicted before. The person is still the same person, it's just a little strange. What kind of strange method? Have no idea. Jiraiya. Gan. What's the use of you? Jiraiya really wanted to rush up and kick him, but he didn't know what to say. You made it even more difficult for me to wander outside with peace of mind. However, one thing is certain, the time is 5 years later, and there will be great changes. This incident will radiate beyond Konoha village. Jiraiya took a deep breath, already fantasizing about World War in her mind. 5 years. There's still time. Jiraiya breathed a sigh of relief. 5 years is enough for him to investigate. Don't look at him as a fool all day long, but he is very good at investigating intelligence, and he will definitely be able to do it. By the way, Great Toad Sage, have you seen the people who wrote these books? Jiraiya suddenly took out 3 books from the ninja bag, each of which was Obito. Great Toad Sage. Fukasakushima jumped up and said, I left KU. Apostrophe. With a roar, he kicked Jiraiya out. It is blasphemy that you should pull out such filthy reading material from such a holy place. I'm just asking. Jiraiya screamed and escaped from the holy place of Mount Mai-Ring-Boku in embarrassment, muttering continuously. Advertisement. I'm back. Stretching, Jiraiya's eyes flickered. 5 years, there is still time, I can investigate it carefully. Apostrophe. The future that can be predicted by the Great Toad Sage is precious. He has always been aware of this. Oh, there is such a high-end beauty salon in this small village, here I come. The evil laughter spreads forever. Okay, students, today is the first day here, get out of class is over. Iuka packed up his textbooks with a smile, and planned to leave. This kind of course is not difficult for him at all. Finally get out of class is over. Naruto heaved a sigh of relief. His brows were beaming with joy. He turned his head to look at Hinata who was carefully cleaning up the desk, subconsciously raised his hand and pinched his face. Under the shocked eyes of the others, and Hinata blushing almost fainting, Naruto disappeared directly into a white smoke. Hinata, Sasuke, Iuka, apostrophe. The rest of the students, apostrophe. Quiet. Deathly silence. Then everyone was in an uproar, and the classroom was full of noise. This turned out to be Shadow Clone. Is this Naruto so powerful? One person present counts as one, and all the students fell silent. It seems like it should be. They have all been bullied more or less. Even Sasuke has complicated expressions. He has been abused before, and Naruto is the well-known king of children in the village. Ayuka's face was ashen, and the roar suddenly came out of the classroom. Uzumaki Naruto. Advertisement. Ad. My avatar? No wonder I'm so happy. When the clone was shattered and the memory returned, Naruto became numb. I felt that I was freed after only one day, and I changed to a shadow clone tomorrow. If you want to think this way, it seems to be very reasonable. Naruto smiled. My avatar is really smart. That's up to me. Nine Tails shrugged. He already had a deep understanding of Naruto's shamelessness. He was used to it, and he didn't feel it at all. By the way, Uchiha Itachi doesn't know what he's doing recently, and there's only 1 month left. Naruto walked out of the room, looking far away. That's where the Uchiha family is located. If nothing else happens, Uchiha Itachi will be exterminated in a month. But Shizui is still there, and there should be some changes. Just don't know how the change will unfold. And at the same time, at the gate of Konoha village, an ordinary person entered Konoha village. Konoha village, here I come again. Hum hum. Obito sneered, and the voice of Nepenthes slowly came from the shadow. According to the investigation, those books were all passed down from Konoha village. It was first rumored that it was the largest bookstore in Konoha village, but I don't know the specifics. It's okay, I'm here. I'll go and ask myself. An ordinary person can spit out everything he knows by using illusion at will. Obito's ferocious face became more ferocious, and his voice trembled slightly. God knows how he lives these days. That really makes me vomit blood. Chapter 54. Yes, I am that good person. It's here. Nepenthes pointed at the bookstore, and Obito looked at the bookstore in front of him silently, thinking about the past. Kakashi used to like to read these books, and often pulled him to buy books. This bookstore has been here for many years, and it existed before he was born. Did not expect that even now, he is still standing here. When I walked in, I found that it was still the annoying boss. This boss is also much older. He was a young man before, but his temper is still so hot. The owner of the bookstore is also a ruthless person. He always holds a feather duster in his hand, and his eyes are fierce. He glances at the people who are flipping through the books. If someone reads a book, he will not pay or buy it. HMPH, I'm sorry, I can only kindly invite you out. Guest, what book do you want to read? Seeing this man with a strange mask come in, the bookstore owner asked a little. He is used to it. In Konoha village, there are many people wearing masks like this, but this person's mask is a bit strange. I want to ask who wrote these books. I admire him very much and want to meet him in person. The owner of the bookstore is suspicious. Why do you have to grit your teeth when you talk about adoration, and always feel that you have a grudge against him? After thinking about it, the bookstore owner shook his head. Actually, I don't know what he looks like. Every time he comes here, he wraps up his whole body. Obito, still very cautious. I really can't find it like this. Then when will he come? Is there a fixed time? No, it's all random. I can't even contact him. He said he will tell me if he doesn't come next time. Gan, who are these people? That's fine. Obito felt a little regretful, but this time it wasn't entirely for this purpose. There was one more thing to do. Walking out of the bookstore and looking at where Uchiha was, Obito fell into reminiscence. He found that after so many years, Konoha village has not changed much, and he is familiar with many places. This is Yakiraku Ramen. This is the ninja school. Advertisement. Obito stood in the school for a long time, then turned and left. When the lights came on, Obito walked quietly on the street, aiming for the Uchiha clan. Let's go. There are guests coming. Naruto didn't expect to meet Obito when he was walking on the street, and this time, no one knew who he was, so he walked on the streets of Konoha village majestically. Naruto got up silently and went home. Under the curious eyes of Nine Tails, Naruto changed his outfit and set off refreshed. What are you doing here? Hit Obito. What did you say? Nine Tails became interested. Just the man with the strange mask. He is so bold. Immediately afterwards, there was some worry. I heard you said that he is very powerful. Can you beat him? Maybe I can shake hands with him. Your uncertain words make my heart jump. No way. Nine Tails has shade to those eyes. Let's go. Naruto took his ninja sword, his figure was shattered, and disappeared into the room without anyone noticing. Are you sure that kid named Uchiha Itachi can be persuaded by me? I'm sure. Nepenthes laughed. You are not confident in my information. I've observed it for a long time, and he just wanted to balance the relationship between the two, but there are no such simple things in this world. Look, he's almost unstoppable, or the Uchiha family is destroyed, or both sides will suffer, and others will take advantage of it. Let me ask, in such a situation, does he have any other options? Well, there shouldn't be. Obito paused, his expression awe-inspiring. In front of him, a person appeared quietly, with a ninja knife on his back, and only a pair of bright eyes were exposed. Who are you and why are you blocking my way? Advertisement. Obito is vigilant, but he thinks that no one knows him, and this person should not be Anbu or the root. In short, the KUMO is not good. Nepanthers have long been hiding. In terms of dogs, no one can compare with him. I'm here to take your head. Obito. Gan. Who is this person? He will kill himself when he comes up. Do I know you? Then do you know me? Obito. Suppressing the urge to strike directly, Obito took a deep breath. My friend, you and I have no grievances. Why are you so? No injustice or enmity? Naruto drew out his ninja sword, stroked the blade, and said in a calm voice, you came to ask for advice, and your tone was not kind. I think we have enmity, so I will act first. Obito was stunned for a moment, then furious. You are that bastard? Yes, I am that good man. Depend on. Obito's mouth was twisted with anger, but his reason told him not to do anything in Konoha village. He's not ready right now, and it would be unwise to turn against Konoha village. In the same way, the same is true for this person in front of him. He is not willing to do anything in Konoha village either. Meet outside for a while? Can. Just what I want. Obito snorted coldly, his whole body turned into an after image, and rushed outside Konoha village. Seeing this, Naruto smiled slightly, his figure flickered, and the ultimate body flicker technique was cast, surpassing Obito in an instant. Obito. This man is so fast. Advertisement. Ad. The voice of the pitcher plant echoed in Obito's ear. If I didn't know that Uchiha Hashizui was dead, I would have confirmed that he was Uchiha Hashizui. In the ninja world, when did such a terrifying ninja who uses the body flicker technique appear again? Nepanthers marveled. Have to say, this Konoha village is still so crouching tiger hidden dragon. For so long, he didn't know there was such a number one person in Konoha village. Don't worry, no matter how fast the body flicker technique is, my spatial ability can just restrain him, isn't it? That's right. It's bad luck for him to meet you. The pitcher plant is relieved. Obito's strength is not the strongest, but it is definitely not weak. It is not a problem to deal with this person in front of him. How could such a movement be concealed? Soon, Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo made some moves and sent people to follow. Who are they? Sarutobi Hiruzen is numb. One of them understands very well. He who just arrived today thought he was an ordinary person. But another person is strange. Even he felt tricky at that speed. Danzo was numb as he stood aside. The two of them stared blankly, always feeling that they were useless. They were all engaged in intelligence, and they were in control of the entire Konoha village. They didn't know that there was such a ninja in Konoha village. If this is a sneak attack, can they still live to see the sun tomorrow? Depend on. It's scary just thinking about it. At all costs, they must be known. Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo ordered. Moment, the Konoha machine started to work. Chapter 55 Fat Beat Obito. This is very suitable as your cemetery. Very good. Rush. Obito paused in one place. Naruto turned around, and looked around. Here is a virgin forest with tall trees everywhere. In the distance, you can already vaguely see the appearance of the Valley of the End. Really? But I think it's most suitable as your cemetery. Let's wait and see. Obito starts with a hand seal, the standard fire style, and the great fireball print. Fire style, great fireball. Obito drank lightly, opened his mouth to spit out, and a huge fireball rushed in, drowning Naruto with a bang. This one? Naruto chuckled and took a step forward. At this moment, he was called Shunshin Naruto. The body flicker technique has been applied to ultimate, and the entire battlefield is surrounded by Naruto, and the knife in his hand is faster than one knife. Gan. It turned out to be a taijutsu ninja. Obito vomited blood depressed. The body flicker technique is fast, but with this strength, this precise strike, people who are not immersed in physical arts and unable to extricate themselves will not be able to learn it at all. There is no gorgeous ninjutsu, no exaggerated imprinting. Some are the unpretentious knife after knife, in conjunction with the body flicker technique. Obito has to admit that if you can't avoid this body flicker technique, most people can only be beaten passively. This is the horror of taijutsu ninja. Once you get close, you will die. Unfortunately, you met me. It was another slash, but it passed through Obito's body abruptly. Kamui space hollow. The whole person fled into the air. Oh, so you can only hide. Which corner did you hide in? Naruto has a poisonous tongue and is not forgiving. Obito groaned, his face ugly. Whether intentionally or not, Naruto explained the essence right away. Advertisement. That's what he thought at the beginning, so he opened one of Mangekyou Ring's abilities, which is this kind of hollow. Now being told by Naruto, he seems to have returned to that day. That day, Kakashi penetrated Lin's body, blood flowed, and finally fell into Kakashi's arms. He will never forget that day. At this moment, Obito was completely angry. "You are courting death," snapped. Naruto suddenly appeared and slapped Obito, flying. "Obito, what's the situation? How could this person suddenly appear in front of him, making him hard to guard against?" Space ninjutsu, not flying thunder god. Nepenthes was also shocked, and he never expected that the person in front of him would suddenly use his space ability. "Do you know space ninjutsu?" Obito was stunned. "When will space ninjutsu become Chinese cabbage, and anyone who meets it will do it? This unscientific. I let you trouble me." Naruto slapped again. "Hollow. Hollow, your eyes will go blind after a few uses. How many times can you use them?" Naruto slapped again. "Don't get me wrong. This is the 8 trigrams air palm from Gentle Fist." Puff. Obito vomited blood, was slapped and flew out. His face turned pale. "Go, you are not an opponent." Nepenthes' scalp tingling. How can this person still know the skills of Hyuga's family? Who the hell is he? Obito panicked too. Physique, ultimate speed, and spatial ability. Be yourself. Advertisement. He never expected that he would be beaten to pieces in an instant. He originally thought that he had abused him, not that he had been abused, and the gap was too great. "You're in hollow if you can." Naruto suddenly jumped up, grabbed Obito's body and directly hit Lianhe. Boom. Obito was knocked to the ground and fell into the mud. "You should go." The pitcher plant roared. Obito spat blood again when he heard the words, "I want to leave too, but can I go?" The space ninjutsu of the person in front of him reminded him of Flying Thunder God. How could this be? "I'll take you away." The pitcher plant is in a hurry. His plan still needs Obito to execute. How could he just watch Obito die? He will have to recalculate half to death. This is not worth the candle. "Walk. You can't leave today." Naruto grinned grimly, his fists cracking. "Obito, who is the villain?" "You hollow first, and then I will take you away at the moment of materialization." "It is good." Obito panicked too. He never thought that this time he would be so miserable. He was tortured to pieces. The proud Mange-Kie ring has no effect on this person in front of him. Illusion. He has already used it, but it has no effect at all. This man is horrible. "You can die." Naruto suddenly appeared in front of Obito. His eyes were cold, and the knife in his hand slashed fiercely. Hollow. Advertisement. Walk. Nepenthes has not spent these years in vain. Their strength is not good, and their escape skills are absolutely top-notch. Directly turned into a ray of light and escaped. "See this?" Naruto froze for a moment, then flicked his fingers, and a piece of paper landed on Obito's body. "How did you let him go?" Nine Tails jumped out and looked at Naruto with a look of shock. He didn't even use his abilities, so he abused the masked Obito. Facts have proved that the combination of powerful body skills and fast body flicker technique and spatial ability is really hard to guard against. Under such an attack, any seals and skills are useless. Nine Tails muses. He wondered, shouldn't all ninjas calculate like those people, and then use ninjutsu to fight? You are not right. Obito was pretty normal in the whole audience, and he got stuck at the beginning. And Naruto? Well, Yuin, what is that? To paraphrase what he told Sarutobi Hiruzen, ninjutsu. Do you still need to use your hands? Just think about it. Gan. It's too cheap for him to die like this. Naruto said something leisurely, and Nine Tails was even more surprised when he heard this. "I remember you said that you would not die if you beat a snake, but you would suffer from it. How did you let the tiger go back to the mountain?" "First of all, he doesn't know who I am. Secondly, I have to pluck wool." Naruto stretched his waist, and smiled coldly. "The tail of the crane is the tail of the crane. Even if you open your eyes, it's still trash." Nine Tails. You are right. Nine Tails thought of his previous performance at Konoha Village. Obito, if he hadn't been irritated and couldn't open his eyes, it was really a complete waste. Facts have proved that the tail of the crane is always the tail of the crane. Even if you open your eyes, it is still the tail of the crane. It may be good to meet others, but when you meet a powerful person, you will reveal your essence. Like now. Okay, Nine Tails also knew that it couldn't be said that way. They were still strong at cage level now. Not that bad. It can only be said that Naruto is too pervert. Chapter 56, People who hit with the most unpretentious moves have no temper, and there are not many in the ninja world. Now who is not stronger and more gorgeous? Naruto is the only one. 7-year-old who beats a cage level strong has no temper. Nine Tails plunged into self-doubt. What's wrong with this world? He didn't notice it before, but now this intuitive feeling has a strong impact on his mind. It seems that the future is really going to be in the hands of Naruto. For some reason, he thought of Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. They are obviously the same person, the same ninja. If they perform the same ninjutsu, take Fire Style Great Fireball as an example. They are completely different from the Great Fireball cast by ordinary ninjas. If you are a ball, then there are large fireballs sweeping over. It's just so unreasonable. Now Naruto too. The Uzumaki Naruto is only 7 years old. How powerful he would be if he grew up to Hashirama's age. My scalp tingles just thinking about it. Thank you, God of Contract. Nine Tails prayed silently. If it wasn't for the semi-coercive contract last time, I might still have conflicts with Naruto and be beaten by him. When I think of this, there is a picture in my mind. What a miserable situation that was. Fortunately, shivering all over, Nine Tails showed a smile on his face. Naruto, you are amazing. Naruto glanced at Nine Tails strangely. This guy seemed to be thinking in a wrong way. Advertisement. Ad cough cough cough. Obito ran all the way, coughing up blood constantly, his face pale. How is it possible? Who is he? In just a few rounds, he was defeated, which he never thought of. I am Mange Ring. Our cage-level powerhouse is so unrecognizable now. They can be found everywhere. This time, he just came to find someone bad luck, and killed Uchiha. By the way, this is a ticking time bomb. If Uchiha still exists, it will hinder their future plans. This time he came here full of confidence, but when he met someone who wrote minions, he naturally had to teach him a lesson. As a result, he was taught a lesson. Were all the authors who write minions now so powerful? Obito thought of Jiraiya, really depressed and wanted to vomit blood. These two are benchmarks. Hateful. Nepenthes. Looking at the miserable Obito, he even doubted whether this guy could really accomplish his goal. Why did he feel a little unreliable? By the way, who the hell is that guy? He knew all the famous ninjas, but it turned out that this guy seemed to have jumped out of a crack in the rock. What is this? Suddenly, Obito was taken aback, touched a piece of paper, opened it to read. A-1 paper contractor. Sign the contract. Let's have a quiz game. A-, equivalent exchange. Children are not deceived. A-, who is the weakest among the 4 laughing heroes under the future achievements? A-, 1. Uchiha Madara. A-, 2. Uchiha Sasuke. Advertisement. Add A-, 3. Uchiha Itachi. 4. Uchiha Obito. Do not sign. Obliterate. A-, answer correctly and reward eternal Mange Ring. Failure. Mange Ring will be confiscated. A-, Obito. What is this? Who is kidding me? When the pitcher plant saw it, its pupils shrank. This paper. This mysterious way of appearing. What's wrong? Didn't you ask me what I'm busy with recently? And this is one of them. Did you know that Sarutobi Hiruzen has somehow become younger? According to my investigation, it's all because of this similar paper. There seems to be something written on it, and then you will get feedback on what you write on it. Now it seems that it is time to answer the question. The God of Contract? What kind of existence is this? Nepenthes muses. For more than 1,000 years, he has never heard of such a name. What effect will his appearance here have on his and others' plans? Laughing 4 heroes? Obito's face was livid. Laughing fart. He used to love to laugh, but now he doesn't. Similarly, he has never seen Madara smile, and Itachi's words are more emotionally lacking according to information, and he has hardly laughed since childhood. As for Sasuke, only 7 years old now. This question needs to be answered well. Obito could vaguely feel something, and looked at the pitcher plant solemnly. Your information is the most accurate. Who do you think is the weakest? In the future. Nepenthes thought for a while and smiled. What do you think? Master Madara and I are definitely not the weakest. In the future, I will have to inherit the power of 10 tails. Obito smiled. Itachi, although I don't want to admit it, but you said that he has opened his eyes. He opened his eyes at this age, and the future is even more limitless. So, that's right. Advertisement. Ad Nepenthes nodded. The answer is obvious. Apostrophe. Then I'll sign it. This is a bonus question. A blush appeared on Obito's face. Is it really possible to obtain eternal Mange Ring if the answer is correct? It should be. I will become stronger by then. Obito took a deep breath and wrote the answer excitedly. 2. Uchiha Sasuke. Wrong answer. Mange Ring Sharingan will be confiscated. A-. The faces of Nepenthes and Obito froze. Obito suddenly screamed, blood and tears flowed from his eyes, and Mange Ring's eyes disappeared. Nepenthes gasped. How did it work? He felt nothing. And Obito is too miserable. My eyes. Obito screamed. No, this is impossible. How could this not be correct? God of Contract, you cheated me. Obito realized it later and felt cheated. Uchiha Sasuke, that kid who has shown quite a talent until now. How could he be better than Itachi in the future? This is impossible. Go back first. Nepenthes said helplessly. It's okay for you to look like this now, and the ferret won't listen to you. Obito spat out another mouthful of blood and passed out directly. It's so miserable. Madara, did you make a mistake in choosing him as your successor? The pitcher plant pulled Obito's leg and fled away. Hey, it's an obvious pit. You can't even see it. After receiving the feedback from Godhead and the Kamui space, Naruto crushed Obito's eyes with one foot, his figure flickered, and he disappeared. Chapter 57 Itachi's idea. There are traces of battle here, it seems to be here. That's right, it's just that there are very few traces. It seems that the battle was not intense, or that the winner was decided immediately. People have disappeared. Here is Bloodline. Several members of Anbu and Genbu followed up, conducted a serious investigation and came to a conclusion. This is a battle that ends quickly. Follow the past and have a look. The result is obvious, and there are no clues. Who will it be? After working all night, without finding any useful information, Sarutobi Hiruzen stood by the window and looked outside, with a pipe in his mouth, smoking one after another. There was a melancholy smell all over her body. Danzo was expressionless. He knew who one of them was, a member of Akatsuki's organization. He cooperated with him, and this time they hit it off, wanting to persecute Uchiha Itachi and the Uchiha clan, and then of course carry out the genocide plan. As a result, Chang Yojin came out halfway. No need to guess. It must be that Aof from the Akatsuki organization failed. Idiot. Danzo cursed secretly, but also secretly vigilant. Who is that mysterious person who can defeat Aof? The two have different moods, but have the same goal. Right now, we can only deploy manpower around the village to check it out, hoping to get some useful clues. For a long time, Sarutobi Hiruzen turned around and said with a solemn expression, "They are all very strong, especially the ninja from the body flicker technique. We must find them out. It's too dangerous." Advertisement. But for now, they should not have come back, because Konoha village has been under martial law since last night, and no one has come in or out yet. Really? Eventful autumn. Danzo walks on crutches. Sarutobi Hiruzen gave him a weird look. There seemed to be something wrong with Danzo today. So close. Many days had passed when Shizui came back, and he couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief when he heard the news. "Brother Shizui, I can't stand it anymore." Itachi sat on the edge of the stone with a bitter mouth. Now the conflict between the village and the family is getting more and more intense. Shizui's death was a little restrained last time, but now, they've gone even crazier. "How about the last time I asked you to investigate?" Itachi hesitated for a moment when he heard the words, and then said with a wry smile, "More than half of them want to start a war, and the rest are people's words. Where are your parents?" "They know better than anyone the disadvantages of provoking a coup now." "Really?" Shizui nodded. "Both Uchiha Fugaku and Uchiha are very sober people. It's just that they are also the patriarchs who were pushed out, and they have a certain right to speak, but at this time, they can't stop it at all. It's not cruel enough after all." Shizui took a sip of his drink. "I've traveled all over the world these days, and realized the truth. What's the point? Stop killing with killing." "Itachi, is this still you, my gentle Shizui Hyung?" Advertisement. There is no way to adjust between the village and the family. If this continues, troubles will arise sooner or later, and the rest of the village will be cheaper. And we, coerced by the two, have no choice but to participate. If we get involved, do you think we can withstand third generation's counterattack? Maybe it can, but there will definitely be heavy casualties. Queen walked behind them, and said in a flat tone, "Don't underestimate third Hokage. He is also known as the strongest Hokage. Although a lot of it is self-serving, there is no doubt that he is very strong. You are also very strong now." Seeing Queen, Shizui couldn't help but smile. "You've made great progress these days." Itachi was silent. Then he suddenly said, "I have a plan. I don't know if it is feasible or not." "You say?" The two looked over and made a gesture of all ears. "They want to make trouble, because the Uchiha clan has been treated coldly, and there is no chance to enter the center of Konoha. But if there is a god of contract, can it be?" Itachi's eyes flickered. "Let them sign the contract and wait for the future." Shizui subconsciously looked at Izumi. In this regard, he can't represent anything, because it needs to ask the god of contract. Queen pondered. "Not a bad idea. But the contract must be very harsh, and I don't know if they can bear it. If they can't, then they can only take action. But in this way, it must be shot. Are you sure?" "So what?" Itachi is indifferent. "For the peace of the village. What's the matter with killing a few people? It's better than genocide." If it weren't for his lack of strength, he would have killed the whole family if he became so ruthless, and would have waited until now. At that time, just leave Sasuke to spread the branches and leaves. Advertisement. For yourself, wandering in the dark world, just repent. In this regard, he has absolute reason. Izumi and Shizui looked at each other and nodded silently. "If that's the case, I should contact Naruto-kun." Izumi sighed helplessly. The three parted ways, and Izumi contacted Naruto directly. Naruto took a look and took a breath. Is he still planning to do this? But if this is the case, wouldn't the life of the future Sasuke be about to change? But if you think about it carefully, It doesn't seem to matter. Anyway, Itachi killed the whole family, and Sasuke half-opened the Sharingan until he was 12 years old when he went to fight. Itachi probably didn't mention how depressed he was at the time. Look at Obito, who killed Lin, who wasn't even a girlfriend, and went directly to Mangekyou ring. This is the gap. Considering that you are very young, it is not too much for you to open one hook and two hooks, right? However, it's useless. Pull the hips directly. It doesn't matter to me. They are so good at so much. If you sign the contract, everything will belong to me after death. Naruto tapped on the table with his fingers, smiled faintly, and with a thought, his god head flowed, and words began to appear on each piece of paper. A-1 paper contractor, sign your own name and fulfill your promise. A-, if you want to break the contract, kill it instantly. A-, after death, everything belongs to me. A-, the cold and mysterious words flickered and appeared on each note. Naruto chuckled, picked up a goblet next to it, poured it full of juice, and took a sip with a happy expression. Am I considered a mastermind now? Well, it's a bit unqualified to say anything. Impulsive. Shaking his head and laughing, he turned on the TV to watch The Beautiful Woman. Chapter 58 Killing, Shocking the Ninja World! Konoha, my eyes. Land of Rain. Obito screamed terribly, but still couldn't accept this reality. Just a trip to Konoha village, something that should have been easy, turned out to be such a mess. What's the matter, Arf? Nagato asked Conan softly. Conan was also at a loss. Didn't he say he had something to go out this time? Why did he come back like this? It hurts to hear the sound. Nepenthes appeared in a timely manner, with a solemn tone. This time he went to Konoha village, and he met a very scary person. Very scary. Nagato and Conan looked at each other. How scary? How about Arf's strength? He is not a weak person at cage level, he is quite satisfactory, but when he meets that person, he is directly suppressed and crushed. So strong? The two took a breath. Although Arf has not yet become their core member, his strength is not bad. Still being crushed like this? Yes, that body art is very strong, but his body is not tall, but his strength is surprisingly strong. Nepenthes recalled what happened that night, and the corner of his mouth twitched. Not only is the body flicker technique comparable to Shizui, but even the space development is extremely terrifying. Flying Thunder God? I'm sure that's not Flying Thunder God. Is it a new space ninjutsu? I'm a little surprised. Conan tilted his head. Since there are all space ninjutsu, why is it so thankless to bring body flicker technique to this situation? Nepenthes, door, long. Yeah, why is that? We'd love to know too. Advertisement. Ad in short, the person Konoha village is strange and powerful, and this is a variable. Nepenthes grinned. Even I didn't receive any news before, as if this person jumped out of a crack in the stone. Since I know the existence of this person, then I must find him out. Well, that's for sure. If possible, it's best to bring him in. Our organization needs such talents. When Nepenthes thought about it, it was a good idea. That's all. Arf is now half useless, and needs to find one. My lord father. Itachi sat cross-legged in front of Fugaku, looking solemn. Fugaku put down a newspaper in his hand and looked at Itachi strangely. Aren't you going to accompany your brother Sasuke? He is playing kunai throwing technique. I have something to find you. Fugaku had a vague premonition. This child must be very troubled recently, but who knows my troubles? Smiling, Fugaku nodded. Go ahead. This. Itachi took out a piece of paper from the ninja bag, and Uchiha Fugaku's eyes were fixed. The god of contract. You actually contacted the god of contract? Good job. Fugaku wanted to laugh. In the circle of Konoha village, it is no secret that the god of contract has long been known, but he never thought Itachi would win this favor at all. As expected of my son. Fugaku showed a gratified smile, and then took a look. His face suddenly stiffened. Is this a confidentiality contract? Yes, we had some plans long ago, but we just wanted to wait a few years before talking about it. But the results are getting worse now, and I have to stand up ahead of time. Fugaku was silent. He always knew what Itachi wanted to do, but even he, the patriarch, couldn't do it. He really didn't expect much from his children. Advertisement. Ad so. What do you want to do? Change Hokage. Uchiha Fugaku spat out a mouthful of water. Itachi wiped his face, expressionless. Cough. What are you talking about? Change Hokage. Are you serious? Seriously? Do you know what you're talking about? Fugaku was speechless. Is this thinking too naive? Is it really that simple to change Hokage? The god of contract also agrees with this plan, but the specific implementation needs to be done by ourselves. So, what's your plan? Fugaku looked at the confidentiality contract in front of him, smiled dryly, picked up a pen and signed his name on it. Seeing this, Itachi breathed a sigh of relief, and then confessed his plan. For a long time, Fugaku got up and went to the door, suddenly stamped his feet and turned his head. Then from now on, you can only live in darkness, this home, it's hard for you to come back. Don't you regret it? No regrets. Itachi pulled out a smile. On the contrary, I think it would be nice to hang out with Jiraiya and the others. Yes. Taking a deep look at Itachi's son, Fugaku turned and left. A week later, the entire ninja world shook. In Konoha village, a shocking incident happened. Uchiha Itachi, together with an outsider, directly killed many members of the Uchiha clan. And those Uchiha are bigots, people who want to stir up controversy. Ruthless man. Everyone who heard about this incident gave a thumbs up. This person is really ruthless. Advertisement. And anyway, it was his own clansman, so he was killed so lightly, blood flowed like a river. Itachi, of course, was marked as rebellious by Konoha village, and went out to wander. Danzo, I haven't made any effort yet, you will do it first. My Sharingan. An angry Danzo raged at the roots. Sarutobi Hiruzen was full of relief, and said to Naruto, see, this is the successor of the Will of Fire, all for the village. We are all for the betterment of the village. Naruto couldn't complain. This is the first time. Come and talk to me about the Will of Fire at every turn, I will be a chicken. If you don't, Lanuozao, treat people well, why should people treat you with respect? What is the use of the Will of Fire? Anyway, as a traverser, he couldn't immediately think of these people's thoughts, but they thought it was normal. Probably this is the customs and culture of the world. Naruto could only think so. But Itachi is still the same Itachi, because of his own intervention. He did not exterminate the clan, but he still killed many clansmen. As a result, Fugaku, the patriarch, was unable to sit firmly, and they were all thinking about whether to abdicate and make way for the virtuous. And Itachi's approach has been envied by many people. Yes, slave, many villages have blood succession boundaries, they are either very stable, or like Uchiha. But why didn't there be a weasel in their village, killing all those disobedient? That's great. Save worry and effort, and don't let the village leaders worry. Good man. Chapter 59. Since Itachi defected, Sasuke seemed to be a different person, becoming indifferent and less able to smile. Naruto remains the same, one shadow clone per day. Inoue Iuka went to complain, but third Hokage changed his usual and just said lightly, let him go, it's the same anyway. Iuka, a broken bar, a broken bar, a broken bar, a broken bar. Third generation, you have changed, you have become a Hokage. I don't know. Have no choice, Hokage has said so, he has nothing to say, he can only admit it while pinching his nose. The years are long, 5 years in a blink of an eye. Today is graduation day. Well, today's exam is a double. Iuka's voice floated, the students whose names are called come to the next class. This is an exam. I hope you will be more serious. After speaking, Iuka turned and went to the next class. The rest of the students started whispering. Finally graduated. Shikamaru lay limply on the table, with a relaxed expression on his face. No need to get up so early again. Ino sat quietly and didn't speak. Rinji continued to eat his own snack. Naruto chuckled. Hey, I'm from the original body. It's been hard work for teacher Iuka for the past 5 years. 673. Get out. Shikamaru's face darkened. It was you who made my student life even darker. No matter what you do, you are number one, a veritable academic master. Forget it. But this guy is a shadow clone every day, and the main body is wandering around outside. Does this make sense? Is there any law in this? Why do those high-level people don't care? Advertisement. Ad rotten. You are all rotten. Ino also looked over speechlessly. Naruto, this is your fault. Why did you attack us? Naruto spread his hands innocently. Blame me. It's your fault. The three spoke in unison. Hinata next to her pursed her lips and smiled. For 5 years, they had a very good relationship, often bickering, and often being together. He touched his eyes subconsciously, and with the help of the god of contract, his eyes were undergoing transformation. She has a feeling that the real transformation is not far away. This made her a lot more confident. But, my character is still the same. I don't like to fight, but I am not afraid of fighting anymore. It's a nice change. Uzumaki Naruto. At this time, a call came from the next class. Naruto got up and walked over calmly. Naruto, come on. Seeing Naruto, Iuka showed a smile, gritted his teeth and said, I won't have to work so hard to make a shadow clone anymore. The homework was also done by shadow clone, right? Hey, teacher Iuka, you really understand me. HMPH, let's get started. Clone technique. Boom. An identical Naruto appears in front of Iuka and Mizuki. Well, congratulations, you're here. Iuka glanced at it and passed it with full marks. No way. In the past 5 years, Naruto has been ranked first, a veritable academic master, just like Kakashi and Itachi. This is a high wall for the new generation, making those who are as smart as demons despair. Advertisement. It's hard to come by. Whether it is ninjutsu, taijutsu, etc., it is all crushing. Many people outside are cursing. It really is a demon fox. Otherwise how could it be so powerful? For this, Naruto smiled fearlessly. As for why so awesome, there are quite a few Ukahas who have died suddenly in recent years. Those who signed the contract and died directly did not have any chance at all. How could Sarutobi Hiruzen and Danzo not know what is going on? They must be the so-called gods of contract. This product has not been very active in the past 5 years. But once there, it will attract people's attention. Haha, Teacher Iuka, I will miss you. One thing to say, Iuka is very competent. He is very satisfied with this teacher, unlike Mizuki. Squinting at Mizuki who was thinking, Naruto smiled meaningfully. Without his own crane tail, who would he fool? Or will you think of some other way? For someone as ambitious as Mizuki, he would definitely think of other ways. That has nothing to do with me. If you have the ability to win the first place, why hide your clumsiness? This thing is not some ulterior secret. Tomorrow we will take pictures, and we will gather at school the day after tomorrow. Iuka said to Naruto with a smile, I will continue to work hard in the future. There is one thing to say, it is every teacher's dream to have a student like Naruto, and if nothing else, the bonus will be huge. Iuka is already thinking about how to improve his life. I will definitely work hard and work hard. Naruto smiled mysteriously. Iuka looked at it inexplicably. This smile. Advertisement. There is a story. Touching his chin, Iuka smiled. What's the story? Next, Hyuga Hinata. Apostrophe. Finally graduating, it's not easy. The voice of Ninetales came. In a few days, you will start to do the task, right? It's a village tradition. I remember mowing, pulling weeds, growing vegetables, and the most traditional cat catching. Ninetales recalled it for a while, holding back a smile. At the beginning, Obito was scratched by that cat so badly that he almost lost his appearance. Naruto's mind quickly came to the miserable kitty. There was such an owner at the stall who really wanted to run away. Over the years, I have been fighting wits and courage with the newborn little ninjas, and I never get tired of it. Haha smiled. I want to know who my leading teacher is now. In this life, he is no longer the tail of the crane, so the division should be changed. This class is not easy to score. Sarutobi Hiruzen swallowed, looking at the results in front of him, feeling a little headache. The grades are very good, the quality of this class is super high. That's it, he doesn't even know how to divide the classes. First, pull out the Inoshika Cha ring first. Because these 3 people must be together, only together, the combination of abilities is the best. Then, the next step is to score well. 3rd generation, here I come. Oh, Kakashi. Sarutobi Hiruzen raised his head and saw the lazy Kakashi, feeling a little helpless. After all these years, he still hasn't come out of that matter. Do you want me to lead the team again this time? Yes. Isn't this a shortage of JA Ring Nin? There are not enough teachers to lead the team. Don't you still have Chunin? Kakashi was curious. Generally speaking, the ninjas who lead the team will basically choose some Chunin, and rarely find JA Ring Nin, because it is unnecessary. But now a broken bar chapter 60. Write it down, take the test. The quality of this session is high and there are many talents. J.A. Ringnin needs to check it out. Sarutobi Hiruzen said earnestly. For example, this Uzumaki Naruto, do you think ordinary Chunin can convince him? It's good not to be counter-killed. Uzumaki Naruto. Kakashi was taken aback, looking dazed. He thought of his teacher and his wife. He is very powerful. He is an unscrupulous genius, just like you back then. Yeah, that's really nice. Kakashi replied subconsciously, and suddenly had a bad premonition in his heart. 3rd generation, don't you think? That's right, you are elite J.A. Ringnin, enough to lead him in the early stage. Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded. This Sasuke is actually not bad, so I'll leave it to you, you know some Sharingan. This is a very difficult job no matter how you look at it. You should do your work outside. It's all right now, just get caught directly. Egg hurts. And one more. I found the weakest one, Haruno Sakura. Her theoretical knowledge is very good, but in terms of strength, she is so-so. Understood, it has always been this tradition. Kakashi understood. If this is the case, then so be it, but I don't guarantee whether they can pass. This time, you have no choice. Kakashi, so annoying. I also want to watch Kissing Paradise, and I also want to watch Obito's Secret. Hey, it should be easy to bring a few little ghosts, but I have a lot of time to read. Thinking of this, Kakashi felt a lot happier, and left with a smile on his face. Check it out the day after tomorrow. Then it's time to bring the kid. Some inexplicable small expectations. Advertisement. Take a photo, then hand it in, and then receive the forehead protector. and the day will be completed. Congratulations, you will be a glorious genin from now on. Work hard. Ninetales cheers. Go aside. I really want to go out and have a look, Naruto said expectantly. I have stayed in Konoha village for more than 10 years, and it is time to go out for a walk. Indeed, I'm tired of staying too. The world is so big, I have to go out for a while. It's about to change. What changed? I don't know how. I rely on you, the sixth child. What else are you hiding from me? Ninetales exclaimed. I always feel that you are mysterious. Actually, there's nothing wrong with it. You'll know in a month or so. Gan. It will take more than a month. Ninetales wanted to vomit blood depressedly. The two of us are still close friends. We have been together for so many years, but we still have something to hide from me. Sing and laugh without saying a word. Even if they are very close friends, even husband and wife should have some privacy, right? I'll just see what big things will happen in a month's time. Ninetales snorted coldly, disdainful. Losey doesn't want to know yet. Go, find Shikamaru and the others to celebrate. Naruto laughed, and found Shikamaru, Hinata and the others, and they came to the ramen shop together. As far as the eye can see, the ramen shop is full of children, slapping hands and smiling. This Naruto is able to deal with, and often brings many people here, and the business has improved a lot. A Kimoki Cha Ring advertisement. We promised to have a big meal, but this is the end? That's a really big meal. Hey, just let it go. Now the barbecue restaurant is full of people, you can't squeeze in, and you don't know where to queue if you want to eat. The past few days have taken off and waved because I graduated. Isn't it too much to eat something good? Several people, what you said makes sense, but we are speechless. Today is the time to classify. This day, Iuka held a list and glanced at the few people present, cleared his throat, and said lightly, 7th class. One set of Naruto eyelids. This class, very familiar. Uzumaki Naruto. Oh, suddenly there is no bad feeling. Naruto was dumbfounded. The first one is to call me, that stone hammer. It must still be those three people. Really? The next moment, Iuka's voice came again, Haruno Sugura and Uchiha Sasuke. Hey, I knew it would be like this. Naruto lamented. He was still wondering if he could be in the same class as Hinata, but forget it now. Zero looking for flowers. Sometimes I really don't understand you. Do not understand anything? Ninetales, who was hiding in the sealed space, said slowly, why do you want to divide into classes? Just show your cards and pretend to be successful. What tiring tasks do you have to do like this? This is called experiencing life, otherwise it would be boring. Naruto shrugged and gave Ninetales a blank look. You don't know that. It's interesting, funny, I can't understand it anyway. By the way, I don't have any books to read. That's a good relationship. I've almost bought all the books in the bookstore. Why don't you play the Ninja War game? Advertisement. And when Ninetales heard the words, he immediately sprayed wildly. How do I play with my claws? Tell me, people. Naruto. Just when they were blindly comparing each other, the division task was completed and Iuka left. The rest of the students got together in 2s and 3s, waiting for the teacher who led the team to arrive. This time it seems to be J.A. Ringnin, much stronger than the previous ones. I don't know who our leading teacher is. Shikamaru was curious. Not long after that, they were called away by the leading teacher, leaving only Naruto and the others waiting here. It's so slow. Little Sakura limply lay on the table, staring at Sasuke. Naruto didn't care, took out a handheld and played the game slowly. It would be great if there were Pokemon, Robot Wars would be fine, and Fire Emblem would be great too. Naruto complained. However, none of these. Should I ask someone to develop it? Naruto suddenly had such an idea. Although the world is different, but the classics will never go out of date, maybe we can really try to develop it. Write down. Naruto took out a notebook and silently wrote down his thoughts. It might be possible by then. Ninetales looked confused. Pokemon, 7 Dragon Ball? It does not make sense. What kind of bad idea is this? How does this person's brain grow? It's full of weird ideas. It's really amazing. Crunch. After waiting for a long time, Naruto almost fell asleep. The door of the classroom was finally pushed open.